What a relief.
Melody, melody, melody in our voice. Kemisha plays the music nice. Melody, melody, melody in our voice. Kemisha full of vibes. Bess FM run the town. Yes, I run the town. Hear me loud and clear. They run the country and the town. Country and the town. Or the far and near. Bless the love and to Empress Kemisha. On Bess FM, and it's all about the reset, you know. Mondays to Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. on Bess FM. Keep it locked. This is Warrior King, the Black Emperor. Come on, come on. Tune in.
Let us communicate with thee.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508, 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you got to feel it, you got to be clean. You got to make it straight, you can't be lean. To share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
I want you to carry this on the road for me. And don't take no time from nobody. Just do what me tell you for the same style. And make sure that everything work according to how man say everything for work. See? Take back yourself and bring back yourself in a one piece. Make sure you reach. Hear me? Lord of mercy. Hey, Lord of his mercy. Lord of mercy. Driver. Don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona around an Albemarle. Driver, don't even itch. Collect a little food there and come back quick. Driver, just remember the damn speed limit. Cause if you're running the fence, my friend, that is it. I've got an Excel phone and a singular chip. Any problem you can reach me on this. I pounds them and buy when a tons man a ship. Green like grass, brown like chocolate. FedEx and UPS I make several trip. And me life savings are right on this. You can drink and beer but don't you dare burn a split. This ain't the marijuana make your light uplift. Even though it compress and tie down in a plastic. Don't deliver it and going up drastic. A barrel gun me bust and me and you know we can't stick. Me want change me zinc and put up the chroma stick. Tired receive Red Bull a straight hypnotic. So driver, me say don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona around an Albemarle. Driver, me say don't even itch. Collect a little food there and come back quick. Driver, just remember the damn speed limit. Cause if you're running the fence, my friend, that is it. I beat this man a rum in a no but now because my girl want wear Victoria's Secret dress. Some no love here so you feel put in pampas. Billy a informer with federal charge. Remember, don't care nobody in me yard. So what me love and me no respect coward. I dep on a mission man hustling hard. Don't get to you through them and suffer and starve. Hustling ability we learn that I had. No feel your brain big, no man a drag yard. The last boy we try that dead like that. Sell off when you have a make we set you record. Driver, me say don't stop at all. Track this Arizona round an Albemarle. Driver, Me say don't even itch. Collect the little spenny and come back quick. Driver, just remember the gas speed limit. And if you run in the cops, my friend, that is it. Action pop, why some boy up here live?
Yes, good morning and welcome to the program. Welcome to Bess FM for today. Today is Thursday, the 10th of February. Thursday, the 10th of February. And the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Before we go into the discussion about interesting topics and current events and news, I just want to play a piece of music and pay tribute to a good old friend of mine, old in terms of being long term, because 54 years ago and 1 month that I met him. 54 years ago and 1 month that I met him. But he was associated with my family before and I never know. Because he was the good friend, one of the best friends of my cousin who lived downtown. Two of them live at Tex Lane. And he was a Rastafari, about 25 years old, when certain things start to stir up amongst Rastafari in Jamaica, and then eventually a mission went to Ethiopia and 5 African countries to find some ways that the Rastafari sister and brethren could have resettled all over Africa. So he was about 25 years old and my cousin was about 17 years old. And him good friend. And my cousin was a young Rast, but most of the family never know. Most of the family never know. So our young Rasta cousin lived downtown is a Rasta. Cause him not grown a locks. Locks wasn't the sign of Rastafari. It's lately people trying to claim that locks is the sign of Rastafari. But my young cousin, you know, one thing I know in that year, little before my brother them leave to go study in England. One of them and him born almost same day, 1943, January. My cousin Wilbert Small. And the next cousin is a year and a half older, you Small. And my old man I carried them go to England, go study law, 1960 June. But before him carried them earlier in the year, my cousin must get hold with ganja downtown. And you see him come up at the yard. I see him father, my father, brother, send him up at the yard. Either that or mother, send him up our yard. To see if my father can help make him get out of the trouble and also gear him up for migrate, because they want to move him away from the Rastafari influence, which lead him to get caught with ganja. Wilbert Small, 16 to 17 year old, 1960. But my good friend, where is him good friend? Older friend. Named Sidney Ricketts from Tex Lane, born and grew at Tex Lane. Still living there. Today is his 92nd birthday. One of my oldest friends in the Rastafari family. And as him introduced me to a new chapter of the Ethiopian World Federation. I know about the Ethiopian World Federation from years before. When I met him, I was 19. But I know of the Ethiopian World Federation from years before that. And me and my brethren started check it out as teenager. And when we check it out, none of them now run properly. So we decided, so we not join none of them. His Imperial Majesty and him cousin and some other friends formed the Ethiopian World Federation in 1937 to link up with the Africans all over the earth. But when them get the chart and when them set up the branches of the organization, most of them not run properly. Most of them start to run like the private property of the person who is the president. Whoever get voted as president usually run the organization like it's them personal property. Them dictate everything. That became the style. It was a style in many organizations up to now. It's a style of some organizations here now. Nearly 60 years later and more than nearly 100 years later after the Ethiopian World Federation formed. Most of them corrupted by what? Once them become in control of the organization as president or any controlling office, Them hold on upon it like it's them personal business and run it that way. That's why it run down. It not run like it is the property of the members and in the interest of the members. Most of the organization, most of the branch them, not only Ethiopian World Federation, and not only the black organization, many other organizations of all different races, including European, run like it's a personal property of the person who become the president or the head of it. Many organizations all over the world run that way there. But amongst our people who need this kind of organization more than most other people, it is more damaging and it becomes the style. Even Marcus gave the organization after a while, coming like it's a personal property of whoever happened to be the head of the different branch in the different countries and different cities. Become that style there, personal ownership. Corruption, that is the heights of corruption. Well, I done a Victoria Pier one day, 1968, January. And I just left my work at the bank and decide, me and my brother and sister decide, so we're going to start a newspaper. So I left my work from the November before. November 1967, I left my work. And we are gear up now. We have some little savings and we are gear up, so we're going to start a newspaper and start do some other business. Me and my girlfriend start bake pudding and sell, and we say yes, we can survive over that. At the same time, we have some savings and me and my brethren go start a newspaper. Anyway, I always go down a Victoria Pier. I always walk down King Street when I started from me a little boy, 8-year-old, and start get for take bus by myself. Very often from me a 8-year-old and get for go out by myself on a Saturday. I walk down King Street and looking all of the store them, and I find Victoria Crafts Market and hear the Mento band them a playing there. So to me love the music now all the while me head down the on a Saturday and go sit down and listen to Mento band, Count Owen and some other old Calypso man, Mento man. And more time I walk go over after I leave the Victoria Crafts Market. I walk over the other side of the road with the sea upon and go to a place that them call Victoria Pier. It's a pier where ship and boat come land and let off people, but on top of the pier upstairs them have a restaurant and them have place where dance keep and where meeting keep and where all kind of big function keep. Victoria Pier up to now it down there. And I always go down on the pier and sit down and look over the harbour. Look on the airport and watch plane and land and watch plane and take off out of the airport. And watch boat come in and let off people and watch a ferry come from Port Royal and go back to Port Royal. Sometimes you see all some cruise ship, all kind of things, stay down there all half day more time from me a little boy. And when me a 19-year-old one day, me down there, January 1968. And book up two Rasta man, little older than me. One of them is 13 years older than me, and one of them look like him about 10 years older than me. One of them name, what him name again, soon tell you him name, we call him Human Rights. Human Rights. Pure human rights him talk about, and him know the human rights charter by heart. It's a whole set of Rasta man used to move together like that, you know. But this one name, so remember my other name, Human Rights we call him. And the two of them end up in the same organization with me. Because the other one when we meet that day that's chatting on the pier, through me see them have an MBA and me and Maria and them see me as a young youth of MBA. We start chatting two twos, recognize that we are Rastafari brother. Them little older than me and them start reason. Them no know one another you know. But them start reason. Well, the older one, Sidney Ricketson birthday to them a 92-year-old. That year him would be 33-year-old by the next month. I'm born no man, him would be 30. Him would be 32-year-old by the next month, born 1930, February the 10th. Well, me and him are reason on the other one. Human rights. So him name again. So him name. No full time Rasta man know him from up a Shortwood Road. Up a Shortwood and Grand Spen Lane and them places. So reason about Rastafari and reason about his majesty visit, because that is just less than 3 years after his majesty. No, let me see. That is less than 2 years after Haile Selassie visit Jamaica, you know. So Rastafari really fired up and say boy, it's opportune time and nothing are going. Furthermore, it's human rights here. That January 68 was the beginning of human rights here, and we know that some things are going to go on because we're going to take the opportunity to pressure certain things in the human rights here because the government dare not try to stop us from pressure human rights and human rights here. And we did kick up some raw, little more me say raw starch. You know starch when it raw? Little more me say raw starch. We kick up some raw starch that year, of course. But that brethren now in the course of the reason them tell me. He asked me if I know about the Ethiopian World Federation. I say, yeah man, I know about a couple of years, I'm a little youth brethren, I'll check out that. Well, he might tell me him also have a experience in the Ethiopian World Federation. Matter of fact, one of his uncles was the early pioneers of the Rastafari movement and of the Ethiopian World Federation. And him that tell me say a new branch just a set up in a Jamaica, and him is part of the setting up of the new branch. New branch, and it no corrupt yet and it clean, and him a tell me about it. So we always, when time we hear about any other branch, you know, we always go check them out. All the while we go check them out to find so them around the same way. So up to now, after a couple of years checking, we still not join on. So him a tell me say a new one set up, and it brand new and clean and fresh, and him is a part of it. And him give me an invitation, a printed invitation to come visit one of the meeting. I have that invitation up to now. 54 years. And little after that, I always walk around with them paper in my pocket, you know. Anytime I get in the paper, I go check out some new brethren and sister or any other event or any place like somebody tell me, so go check the Institute of Jamaica. Write down one of the paper I have in my pocket. I mean, I always walk up and down with them paper, then when I change my pants, I take out them paper and put in the next pants or next shirt pocket. Until I go check them place, I take out the paper and put down. So sometimes for weeks and sometimes for months, I have some of them paper walk up and down till I get to make that move there. I have that paper in my pocket, I walk up and down, and don't get to check there. And the address was 7 Davis Lane in Trenchtown. I know Trenchtown because I used to rest down or Ghost Town even a couple of years before that. But I don't get to check the place because I'm busy because we start running a newspaper and we start a whole activity 68. And we're busy. So it's going to take a long time now for make somebody check them. You know, says October 1968 when they arrest me and try to put me in prison. When the police carry me go off a tree station and search my pocket, them find them paper with about 5 or 6 paper with different address right down on it. Take them out of my pocket and go tell the newspaper say, these youth will plan to overthrow the government, Black Power youth. Them find the youth near Robin Small with a list of the subversive groups where them link with and them address. That them tell them, you know. Tell them so them find that in my pocket. Anyway, long story short, my brethren Sydney Ricketts, right? Tell me about this new branch. It wasn't until 1.5 years later that I get to meet them, because 1.5 years later, the same organization where I go on need some more members, and here's some youth up Auguston and student union and university. Love the federation and decide to come meet with. So it's 1.5 years before I meet the organization, and him was there, and the whole away link up. We have a call. Alright, I soon tell you more about Sydney Ricketts. Also born today, our next daughter in the same organization, her birthday to the 10th of February. Sister Beverly Meikle. She was an executive there for the years, must about 20 years. And also it's the birthday of Roberta Flack, and we're going to play a piece of music by Roberta Flack. It's her birthday, we're going to play a piece of music appropriate to celebrate these two people's birthday, including Roberta Flack McTree. So let's get to the telephone. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Blessed love, Uncle Jerry.
Wagwan.
Blessed love.
Wagwan.
Yield the man.
Yes, sir.
Yield the man. Oh boy, I mean, I tell you. Brass cards we used to use, you know. Iron with clothes.
Yes, yes.
You used to see my grandmother do that, so me know what you talk about, you know.
Yes,
but
sir.
me I tell you, say the message, you know, the real revolution signal, and you know, you know them thing there. Yes, we have to pick up, you know.
Yes.
We have to pick up. Hey, yo, African I reveal the things what are to be done that should be done. And Master Jerry, you don't make mistake, you know. Because you see, you were sent to knowledge to the people in this time, you know.
Thousands, tens of thousands, are we? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, now we send for that.
Yes, man. You know, one of them, man, I tell you now, say right now, you know, the people better wise up, you know, because things approve itself, you know. You see, when Revelation, when they having them Bible done, we want to know where people are going to turn to, what laws, what God, what movement are going to lead the people according to God's order? No want to know, you know, because the Bible reveals itself and reveals things, you know, where them couldn't do the whole, you know. And you see now Revelation come, you see where bro God a do, the most horrible, you see what him a do? Eh?
Yes, man. Everybody can, most people can recognize it. Most people recognize it.
Hey, me say, it's going to be terrible amongst us, man. Because
anyway, let us discuss now. Let us discuss how we can take care of ourselves individually and take care of ourselves one another.
All right.
How can we?
All right, hear me now. As a real wise mind of my own self, hear when me think about Uncle Jerry. Because I have a revelation and natural, visual things to prove. Hear this now. You see the minds of our people, the brain game, the mind game. You see, if we can take ourselves out of that, Uncle Jerry, trust me, we do. Because look, right around us, we can see it. How come we can't bear to see our own brother?
No, listen, we discussed that already, and we don't want that too much to get ourselves down at it. We are discussing now how can we take care of our personal self, to strengthen our personal self, and how can we take care of one another. Because this is how we strengthen ourselves and feel better every day. Discussing how we can take care of ourselves, how we can correct any correction that we need personally, and how we can take care of one another.
Natural. And hear what the Most High God said to me. He said, you see, knowledge is the key. You see, education is like a training a Doberman or one of them pit bull to do the things that you want them to do. Education is for that. Knowledge of the Almighty is to unite ourselves, not gathering as the politicians and the church do. Oh, my son.
Yes, sir. When you mention a key thing, mind games is the main activity going on between people, especially people who don't really know one another. Mind games. Like, for instance, this whole issue around the forcible cutting off of the locks or the hair of people generally. And in particular, hold on, please, sir.
Yeah, man.
And in particular, a young teenager last year. Not young in terms of being lower teens. She was at the heights of the teens, 19. The whole issue is a mind game playing, mind game. And you see how long the government take to declare this and that and the other about this case of Nzinga King. It is a mind game, and it's not only one side playing the mind game. Not only the government that mistreat the people of this country, but even some of the representatives that claim that they are representing these people. Mind game. So you have two set of lawyers playing mind game. And because they are trained, because you talk another key thing about the educational system, there is a public education system which is not serving us. It's already named public education. It's not serving us. It is implementing and intruding people on things on us. The education system is really meant to program us. Therefore, we have a duty, along with the public education that we might have, that we might need to expose our children to some parts of it. We have to maintain a personal and a family education system. When our children go to school and do well and decide to be trained in different trades and professions, some of the
1 minute left on it here.
Come again?
1 minute left.
All right, take a number for me. All right, we're going to take a number here.
Yes, I mean,
please take a number off of the air. Don't hang up. Have another call. All right, we're going to take his number off the air. We're going to go to another call. What I'm saying is that when we educate our children in the public system and they do well, they sometimes choose to go into this or that trade and get more training. Like when Zinga says she want to become a nurse and she go to nursing school, and some other one like a little boy might say I want to become a lawyer, and them go to law school. When them go to these schools, they turn them, this education system turn them more into part of the system more than educate them. So they might start to think like the other nurse them, or might start think like the nursing system, or they might start think like the other lawyer them, or the legal system, and after a while they are more part of the legal system more than part of the African system. And the behavior and the mind games go on between these two branches. The society part of our community trying to spar with the society of Babylon, and more time them behavior start to resemble one another. So when you have a little society rise up amongst the African people, like them is a privileged one and they are the elite of the African community and the elite of the Rastafari. Some of them behavior resemble the same elite of the same Babylon. Let's go to the next phone call. Good morning.
Yes, Bongo, Jerry.
Oh, go on.
There. Hey, yesterday morning, I heard that they had obtained, or there's a source to obtain the book that I am looking for. I am the man that asked for History of Jamaica by Clinton D. Black.
Yes, sir.
So I would like them to find a way to contact me. There was no phone call.
On which program did you hear that somebody could make you get the book?
Yes, the morning program, whatever.
Okay, all right. So I might pass on the message, but I don't sure to be able to pass on the message. So you keep follow up the morning program. I know that I think I have an extra copy, but it might take me weeks to find it. To where I have it left, it might take me weeks to find. So you try contact them as early as possible, or okay. I could ask technical tech up. Do you have any way that you can put them onto the morning program? You have any number, or you want to take a message? All right, we're going to search for it and probably we'll give you before you done talk here, or you listen out for it little later.
No, one moment.
Yes,
they
sir.
have my number, 3 numbers I gave them.
Oh.
And the source said he had their numbers. I don't know whom I must contact, but my number is there.
Okay.
3 numbers.
So you are telling me that you heard somebody say them way?
Yes.
Make you get one.
Next thing, one more thing, please, shortly. I was...
Yes, sir.
Pertaining to Zinga King.
Yes.
I won't go into the name and the origin and it, because we Rasta people, we know this and not. Is that I am looking at removing the locks from someone else as a precursor to scalping.
Yes.
Which I know is a hate crime, and these lawyers must start. You just said something serious, you know, Mr. Jerry.
Yes.
You said something that sinks deep, you know.
What's that?
You said that the lawyers, more or less, they have this tendency to go another way, which reflects the status of Babylon instead of dealing with justice.
Yes, so yes, sir, go ahead.
So I heard Miss lady with her summing up before she came to the decision, and I was laughing.
Miss, you're talking about the director of public prosecution, yes?
Yes, I was laughing. I laughed her to scorn at my...
It is laughable. It is laughable. It is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. So I go back to say it is a hate crime, Mr. Jerry, because that act was immediately after they were putting our start by Leopold of Belgium, who hung our heads on posts and put our skull down there to fix up garden.
All right, here's the next thing now. For years, the Jamaica government and the Attorney General and the school system has been antagonizing the African community, especially the Rastafari community, abusing the rights of children who attend school with a lot of hair. They have been abusing that for years, and they are fighting it for years and still fighting it.
Yes.
And in that context now, this incident that come up now, I'm going to tell you, me personally, they deliberately do not release information quickly. They take long. The government, Babylon, they take long and they usually release false information. And they take long to release information, and even if the truth they take even longer. All this is meant to condition the mind of the public to accept injustice. So when the injustice finally announced, the public already they resign themselves to say, boy, is that a go up now? It look like we're going to get wrong again. So hear this now. Not the DPP. The DPP is a part of the Babylonian system. England set up that whole system and it go give Buster Man in 1962. With DPP. And hear this now. Hear this. The DPP, apart from making a ruling whether them going to prosecute, she is trying to influence the mind of the public with propaganda. What place is it of her to announce that she is recommending that Nzinga King go to a psychiatrist? She do that deliberately to cast a slur on the character of Nzinga King, so she want her head examined. And a lot of other pronouncements she make deliberately to put a slant and a color in it and to favor. It's like a referee or an umpire deliberately making rulings to favor one side in a cricket match or a football match. She know what she's doing and she's part of their system.
Thank you very much. I'll call again. Just remember the contact for the book that has been...
No, when you say I must remember, you say that they gave you 3 numbers, right?
Yes, I'm just putting out a reminder to those who have
to
the
them.
control of the communication.
All right, so hold on now. You said that they gave you 3 numbers how to contact them?
I gave 3.
Oh, you gave them 3 numbers. Okay. Yes. All right, thank you very much. Yes, sir?
Uncle Zanka.
Yes, sir. Have any more calls? Good morning and welcome. Morning, welcome to the program. Are you there? Hello, welcome to the program. Are you there? All right, so I'm telling you about the birthday of my old-time brethren, Sidney Ricketts, who helped introduce me to a new branch of the Ethiopian World Federation in January 1968. I didn't meet up with them until the next year, August 1969. And by the time I meet up with them and them come visit us up in Augustown and ask us if we're interested to become a part of this new charter, and we examine them because we have had many experience before, so we examine them and just run going at it. We examine them and reason with them and see and make a judgment about half dozen to a dozen away. About more than a dozen away, a couple dozen away we really move together. But on that day when them come up August come check, it was about half dozen to a dozen away over the period of several hours. Gathered together and reason with them. And then we go amongst one another and consult with one another. What do we do? And we decide, say, okay, we're going to check it out a little further, and then we will one by one become a part by membership of this organization. I'm going to play a piece of music for Sidney Ricks. We're going to get back to the telephone. Good morning, welcome.
Morning, Jerry Dotty.
Oh, go on.
Me not there, man. Hey, you know, say, as them set the stage for the policewoman escape, you know.
Yeah,
because it's like them put the little girl on trial more than how them are trying.
That is what they are doing. That is what the DPP is orchestrating.
Yes, exactly.
And Indicom.
Yes, I want to ask them one question. Did the policewoman trim this little girl, or did she pop out her own? Or you going to pop out your own? You must have some blood.
No, hold on. No, wait. We must... If we can talk fast now, especially when we know one another, because we understand you and I know you're good when you talk fast, I understand more. But like how most people don't primarily know you personally, talk slow because they want to follow your reasoning. Furthermore, not only we must talk slower, I think we should come to conclusion slower also. All right, what you say?
Okay.
How can somebody do it?
I say, how can someone pop out them own ear without blood? If it even try to pop out one strand of your ear, it's so painful. Much less to pop out your own locks, your whole head of locks. Can you imagine?
No, hear this now. It is possible for somebody to pull out them own hair one by one or a few strands and few strands. It is also possible for them to pop out locks. I have seen it. It's not easy. Listen, it is not easy, but it is possible. But I want you to remember that the expression, you have expression in language that sum up various situations, right?
Yes.
You ever hear the expression as happy as a lark?
Yes.
That is to sum up what?
Say, you're happy or you're free, you know?
No, not just free. An extreme form of happiness.
Yes.
You know a lark? Do you know larks?
Yeah, man, a bird.
And what is the characteristic of that bird, the main characteristic?
Him fly high and free, you know.
Not only fly high, they are them so energetic and dodging and darting all over the place and obviously enjoying themselves.
Yes.
That you start to refer to when people carefree, so they are skylarking. So the expression as happy as a lark is a summing up of happiness in the extreme.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to say one more thing. The expression of extreme frustration, one of the main expressions of extreme frustration in the English language,
yes,
is pulling out one's hair. You never hear that expression?
Yeah, of course.
I was so frustrated and didn't know what to do. I was pulling out my hair.
Yes.
That is expression of extreme frustration. I want to study that good. And if Nzinga King did even pull out her own hair, what led her to that? And if, you know, whether she telling the truth or whether the police telling the truth, what caused the situation of this pulling out of the hair?
Yeah, exactly. And is that I question now because it's just yesterday I hear she pull out. I never hear that before.
It came out that claim came out before from early.
Okay, I never hear it. Okay, all right. Look on this now, Jerry. Now we are in the United States, right? Yeah. A fellow win a case where them couldn't cut no more Rastaman here in the prison, right?
A precedent, United States, a precedent. In other words, for the first time that happened, but it become a guide now for future action.
Exactly. And in the land where the origin of Rastafari, them not even...
No, Jamaica is not the land of the origin of Rastafari.
All right. Well, I'm saying, you know, the premier land where
the Rastafari origin in Ethiopia, but is in Jamaica. It take root and spread like wildfire.
Right. And in this land, them don't respect we that them could have even.
Who is them? You have to tell me what you mean by them.
The government, the law of Jamaica, the British law in Jamaica.
Yes.
We're geared towards, because when you say Rasta, you know, it's like you denounce the system period, you know.
Of course. The proclamation of Rastafari is a denouncement of the royalty of England ruling over our people. That's why. Exactly. And we replace it. In 1930, Rastafari was around before, but in 1930 we replace it and show them, said, this is our government, if any. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and therefore that's why them continue to deal that way towards Rasta people, because right now them still leave it open for you can do the same thing to a Rasta man if you hold him in America.
Talk slow. People are following you. Just calm down. People are following you, so you have to talk slow. You can do the same thing. What?
You can end up do like we do to eczema. What's your name?
Talk with the man. Just talk with the man. Do what?
Trimmer, like how them been a trimmer.
Yeah, so in other words, you can continue trimming off Rastafari here, exactly, like what you've been doing for the last 80 years.
Yes, because you don't set no rule of law like how even America, even a wicked place, America could accept the rule of law and set a precedent where them hold a Rasta man and him incarcerated, them can't trim him. In other land, you know, them don't do that. Because them just have that disdain and disrespect for it. That's why them leave it open.
Hold on. We must not go on like a victim all the way and saying what them do and them do it. You know that we have failed to organize so that they may not do any such thing. You know that?
True. I agree.
No, just tell me. Explain what I just said.
You are saying that we have not...
Not what I'm saying. If it is true... Tell me if it's true and I explain it, and if it's not true, say it's not true. But I don't say what you are saying. Don't bother tell me says Jerry saying.
It's true.
That what? What is true?
That we have not organized ourselves, that them stop deal with it in other manner.
And should we organize ourselves that they dare not do it one more time?
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
Yes, and that is why they must be afraid. They must be made to be afraid.
True, sir.
Listen to me. The political directorate the religious system in Jamaica, the education system, the Jamaica Defense Force and the police force must be made to be afraid to violate all our rights, especially the right to violate our here. The police force must be afraid, and the JDS must be afraid. The political system, the religious system, and the educational system must be afraid. They must fear for them life.
Yes. Basically, that may I try.
And we have failed. We have failed so far, but we will do it now. We have failed so far to organize ourselves. And Haile Selassie's main message to us over the years is not worship me, Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie never sent no such message to us. His message to us was organize yourself, that they may not violate. They must live in fear to violate us. Fear for them life.
True.
All of them. And we have failed so far to organize ourselves that way.
Yes, I agree.
Will we do so now?
Yes, we have to.
We will do so.
Yes. It is in the making, but we are moving a little.
Of course it's in the making. Of course it's in the making. And females are involved right up to them neck.
Yeah, and it can't be stopped, Jerry. It
cannot be stopped. It cannot be stopped.
It must happen, Rasta.
And the DPP is playing with our ball. A player she play with the ball, and if we have more than one ball, she is playing with all of our balls. Playing is a dolly house them a play with it, and a chance them a take with it.
You don't deal with it like we are some set of dumb.
No, because some of our people are lawyers trained in the same way with them that them will play that game with. And some of our people are some lawyer where get some bad advice to claiming to be Rasta lawyer. I am casting no aspersion on Isat Buchanan. He's young and he's not very experienced. I talk about some of the experience one them. And that is why we lose. That is why the community might lose the Scott Pass and all that. They get another dirty, fool advice from people who looking things for themselves. Because they're looking to secure things for themselves. That's why them compromise with Rita Marley. And compromise with many other things. And if we go and compromise, we the Rastafari might lose the headquarters of the Ethiopian World Federation Charter 15 at 81 to 83 Hope Road and make it go in a private hand. Because there are a lot of ginnals amongst us steering things into their own hand and for their own benefit. It was personal benefit that individual Rastafari was looking why them compromise with Rita Marley. I'm not asking you. And this is they are the same private sector. Them set up a private sector and an elite and a high society amongst Rasta looking out for themselves. Every high society, including the high society of Ethiopia, look out for itself to the detriment of we the mass of the people.
Yes. All right, my brethren.
Sorry for talking out so much of your credit, sir. Go ahead now.
Well, that basically I say because when you send a man go to a school, a Rome, him come out like a Roman.
Unless you go and guide them. When I send my children to school, at that time I guide them. I'm discuss school with them every day.
Exactly. I have to tell them about us. So them come back to us. You don't train them.
So them gain the understanding of both sides of the tracks.
Yes, and them now go over to the other side when them
sell out. A lot of our people living in Africa. I love Nelson Mandela, but him damn blasted sell out in the last half.
Exactly.
I still love him, but I don't trust him further than my nose.
Yes.
A lot of them have done some great work, but afterward them betrayed, including Mugabe. Some great work. Gaddafi do some great work, but afterward I'm starting to do the selfish work too. And if you watch me closely. Not like we are watch one another, and not like one another. All of us must be under the restriction of working for the benefit of the community and not for ourselves.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
every man have to check the next man, at all times.
And check yourself too.
Yeah, man. Every day you have to check yourself first and check everything. You have to try every spirit because it's not every spirit is solid,
No.
People are from.
And the Maroons are learning a lesson now. Who can learn lesson, learn it. Who want to go on with Babylon, go on same way.
Yeah.
This will reach a crossroads.
Yes, sir.
What the music name? What Dennis Brown music name again? It will reach a crossroads and the hour of decision. What I want to name?
I don't.
Somebody remind me of it.
I know.
We reach the hour of decision and the crossroads. Yes, man.
And that's it, a decision.
Yeah, man. We still remember.
Somebody much informers, too much wagonist.
Yes, man. What the right name again? Wolves and leopards. God Almighty, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Jerry.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Wolves and leopards.
Yes.
That's lovely. Do we have Kill It Me Softly? All right, I'm going to get some music. All right, any more call there? All right, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. Yeah, man, we reach a crossroads and you understand me? Skylark, and my name again, Sleepy. So remember him name. Yes, it's great. So now, my good friend, who is 92-year-old today, Sydney Ricketts. Let me get in contact with Ethiopian World Federation Charter 15. Let's get back to the phone. And it was lovely. We did some great work together. We give credit to Brother Gardiner. I have good skill and whole idea. But there's a limit to the control of our community. No individual must be in control of our community to their own benefit and to the community detriment. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, Jerry, man, the Virgin family to Jah Bible.
Jah Dan, right?
No, Jah Bible.
Oh yeah, Jah Bible. We play the music there yesterday, yeah man.
Yeah man, we hear man, my community in rage up and thing. Yesterday was I man was strong too, you know.
Oh yeah, say.
You
never tell her. Errol, what your name again? Mays. Errol Mays. Errol, yes. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, man.
So you are going, you know, Bongo.
Yes.
Why you raise up some real world points, you know, you got talk about down at King Street bottom there, you know, brother.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This for the event them used to go on, you know.
Yes, man.
The tap dance them, you know.
Yeah, man.
See? And you used to dive down there for get a quarter. You remember them days?
And you think I know you to dive down there?
All right.
Dive off a tourist ships. Towards the bunny side, I ship a throw some little coin.
Throw the coin them. Yes, Jerry, yeah. Not say that for say. With the little girl with them trim, right?
Yes.
Zero them a keep do this thing, because them trim a brethren down here where they in the hospital down there, you know.
Yes, man, then the Rasta man. What's name again? The Rasta man. Trim off the man beard.
Yeah, trim off the
man in the hospital. And when him wake up, him see him beard up, him have over 40 years gone. And the nurse them make up and do it. Some of them nurse are in the hospital, make up and do it.
Right.
Traumatize the man till the man decide to give up life.
Right? Because that's a man honor him for years when I grow. Where you have your precepts, you know, right? And your covenant and people come damage that, you know, damaging that to you.
Then them do Samson, you know.
Yeah. And wake him up.
Yeah.
You know, see it. So, a long time them do them thing there, you know, just like what you say, you know. All them a fight Rasta Pan, because you talk about the movements where you start here and you're bridging, you know, to make a paper company, right?
Yeah, man.
And when it come down to the levels and when them realize and say, oh, them boy will get strong, we have to try move them up, you know. Yeah. Because I remember saying yesterday them had with Jerry.
No, hear me now, 1968 and we decide we are move.
Yeah.
And we are moved through and the place catch a fire. And 1968 October the 22nd them come for me. And 60 of them come for me. 6 away them find my yard. And them carry 4 away as brethren and 2 daughters. And when them carry me down a Half-Tree station, the boy will lead the raid, Superintendent Cox. Him say, I'm going to trim me. Right in front of the whole 60th police and so, and the whole Half-Tree police, you know. Say, I'm going to trim me, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I look him in the eye, because my old man did run him away from him gate one time, you know. The boy find me. Me left my old man yard from me at 16-year-old, but me have some of him book them. And the boy come on a ganja camp, 1966. Find me a smoke and read some book and take away my old man book. Find me the book and say, who for book them? When I'm looking at the book and see my old man name, you know. He say, who for book? I say, I'm my father book. And the boy take the book and look friend with my father, you know. Trim knows my father judge. Take the book and carry me go to my father yard and I tell my father, say, him find him son upon ganja. Come on, August down for me. And the boy have me Half-Tree station in front of everybody and say, I'm out trim me. And I look him in the eye, you know. Because I know say him can't trim me, you know. But him know say after me trim him, I go trim for him neck.
Yeah.
I look him in the eye, you know. Because I know say him can trim, you know. But him know say after me trim him, I go trim for him neck.
Right.
But I not say nothing, you know. Nobody say nothing. I look on him and him know say trim me. You trim me and then your time come for trim. Go and trim your lamp. I hear the boy do now after him realize now say I'm running no trouble now. You hear him now? Him send a man for your scissors, you know.
Yeah.
Send a policeman for your scissors. And you see when about 20 minutes pass, and him realize say if you go through with this, you know, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
You hear him now? No sense you all trim all, you know. You all you for trim with kerosene oil and matches. You know what that mean? You know what that
mean? Yeah, like it, yeah.
And you know that they have poor kerosene oil in a Rastaman head and light the fire, Rastaman dead.
Right.
Did you know that? It's something them do already.
Okay.
Anyways, enough of my story.
Okay. So, what me say, Jerry?
Yeah.
The man, them, you know, fight against this urban. Let me tell you my experience of me of 1984 in New York. Because I know them are hypocrite and parasite at Jamaica. You know, so 1984, I run a light, but I never really run a red light. It's an amber. One man, a Yankee chicken at the vehicle, and she said, they are coming. I said, I know, that's why I'm not driving fast.
Yeah.
So, you know, them come and pull me over. And say, hey, Jamaica, and I say, hi. So them say, what you got there for us? And I say, I don't have anything. So the boy them say, Pop the wood, you know for them style, say. And them search the vehicle, them not find the weed. But you want to know, four the over the other side in a white shirt, you know.
Yes.
Some big guys, right? I'm going to see them come over and say, hi, Jamaica, and I say, hi. How you doing? I say, I'm here. So the man them said, did you search the Jamaican good? Jerry, me have some clothes I got dry cleaning, right? So me see the guy, I look and I right in them, go and find the weed, find 2 pounds of weed. Jerry, you know the police them look for me and say, what we must do with you now, Jamaican? You know what I say to them?
Yes.
The ball is in your park.
Yeah.
And the man them look for me and say, kick it in the sewer and get the F out of here.
Yeah.
So Jerry, this is what I come around now.
Yes.
And the Yankee Stadium, my brother need have a little store down the road, down the lane, a little in Walton Avenue. So I come down, the man said, you see so long, man, can send me a King's Light, I'll go buy 2 food.
Yes.
I mean, I say, you know, the boy them put me over Prince, and I said, fine, you could be no star. And I say, him laugh and say, for Jamaica, that all 20 years, you get in a beam. I say, no.
Yes.
We say that for say, them give Bobby 18 months, them get Toots 18 months, and them get enough more.
I think, yes.
And now them come take with the weed.
I think a Bonnie Wheeler get the 18 months. You know.
A Bonnie get it? Okay. Yeah. Them come take the weed. So with the memories where you bring up back, say, oh, the boy find up on a herb camp, and them discriminate the thing over the years.
Yes. But you see,
right and take with the weed.
Yeah, but may I remind you why they are still doing those things and getting away? Why they still doing those things and getting away?
Yeah, we are not organized.
Yes, we are not organized properly. We are organized, but not enough and not properly. And we have not implemented the advice of His Imperial Majesty. We turn it in a Hold on, sir. We have turned, some of us have turned it in a religion instead of the action movement that it is. Action movement. Organize and act. And that's why they dare to take a chance like that. Chance them to take with them life. Now hear this now. It may be that Nzinga King don't tell you everything, you know. And it may be all kind of things, but they are trying to cloud and muddy the waters. As I tell you, tearing out the hair is a symbol and a language metaphor for being at wit's end. At wit's end, you know. When somebody utterly frustrated and is the next to suicide, you know, tearing out the hair. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the same thing where you say this thing is like pulling teeth. Can you imagine allowing your teeth to be pulled or even pulling your own teeth?
Right.
It's a self-harm. Suicide is a wit's end. So whether or not we have heard the whole truth, Babylon, those of them take so long for legal information. They're clouding the waters and painting a different picture. And cooking. Yeah. Cook the whole of them a cook. And the thing up, right. I hear this now.
Right.
And the DPP upon the kitchen staff with them too.
Thank you.
The DPP, hold on, man. The DPP is a nice lady, have a nice smile, very likable and she good looking. We're not going to make that cloud way. Samson was clouded by good looks, a nice smile and space in her teeth. And he may not put him head ball off. You know what him decide to do? I'm going to pull this building down with the whole raw starch of them.
Yeah.
We have to, yes. But look, we have to stop joke around and implement the advice of His Imperial Majesty. Centralize and organize. And that don't mean everybody have to be in one organization now.
No.
It means every group of people, every family must have a center. A center around which you organize. Many centers, but organized. The body is full of many organs. Many organs, all of them serving the body.
True.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for call, yes, sir.
Yes, Jerry. Give thanks. Blessed love. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We're fine. I'm killing me softly. All right, next call. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, blessed Jerry.
Go on, sir.
Yeah, man. There, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, the thing that I will level that I tell you, say, you know, to know to start from. But what am I saying now?
Yeah.
The DPP is not a judge.
No, exactly.
The DPP try the case.
Yeah, that is what you're attempting to do. To stain the whole thing.
And everything, you understand?
Yeah.
And it's not a judge. So you just see where it should really be there for do and where then put her there for do.
Then can't fool me? Then can't fool you?
Fool me? Nothing in Babylon can fool me, man.
Alright, okay.
Nothing in Babylon can fool me. But you know what?
Yeah.
Me did not see it coming, because if you notice now, even the thing with Carl Gard, you know.
Yeah. We do? Carl Gard, yeah.
Carl Gard, you know, where I'm mobile.
Yes, sir.
The people who say them represent Rasta, you know.
Yeah.
Go make the government donate that infirmary to them.
Yes, and give them an office. It's like a pet them up and turn them in a society, you know. Give them an office and give them some privilege. And they're falling for it. Not fooling us.
So
the Coral Garden Committee, they try to subvert everything. Reparation Committee, everything. They subvert them and get them as a like a tool and department of themselves. Just like how they subverted Norman Manley and got him as a tool of themselves. Not to mention Bustamante.
So true that now, when them disrespect I and disrespect Rasta now, true them have them people around them and them things, they don't have no remorse.
Yes, and that's why some of them with them claims are represent we carry them gone in and Nyabingi Center, go and play Rasta drum with Harris Chang and the Commissioner of Police and them, because they want privilege for them ganja business and them smuggling to be protected, and they want to be a big citizen of Babylon. So them is just like the Maroon chief them are going to meet with wholeness.
So you see, when you see things like that, you can know, say, at them things that go on. Man.
Them can't fool you, man. Can they fool you?
Fool me. They can't fool me.
All right.
But we want to tell people, you know, say, everybody get a notebook and note everything will go on. Don't make it be on 9 days thing, you know.
Exactly.
Just get a notebook and note everything will go on.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now tell you, say, when we look out the whole thing, man, and see them put out all video now, and remember, you know, they never used to put out no video and all that thing, you know.
Yeah.
Because them on go on. And then they put out a video. And you can see the video editing, you know, because you know them things.
Yeah, it now run smooth. I'm not sure they were right.
See.
And even though we know it's the media house that show it, they also complicit with the government and with the DPP. That's why one of them media houses get so much award. Here much award one of them media houses get? A direct tool of the government. And it's not only one, but one take the cake.
And all of them media houses are funded by our taxpayers' money.
Yes. We're at the 11 o'clock. Call me back, please. Here's a thank you.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
All right, 11 o'clock.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met.
BJS FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
On this week's House Matters, Senate passes bill to postpone local government elections, government to continue strengthening legislation to tackle crime, and production to restart at Jamalco in June. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, says production at the Jamalco Bauxite Power Plant will be back up to 50% of capacity in June following the completion of Phase 1 of upgrading works. Dr. Clark told the House of Representatives that the reconstruction works on the power plant will be done in 3 phases.
Jamalco expects the recommencement of operations at up to 50% of capacity using steam from a set of boilers now being installed. It is expected that mining operations and associated jobs will begin to be restored in the weeks prior to the resumption of production. By the end of September 2022, Jamalco expects to be back at 100% production, which will mark Phase 2. Production costs should then be lower than in Phase 1, but still not at the most efficient level possible, because in Phase 2, Jamalco will still be relying on the temporary steam solution.
Dr. Clark adds that all restructuring works on the power plant will be completed by 2024. The Senate has approved amendments to the Representation of the People, Postponement of Elections to Municipal Corporations and City Municipalities Act to allow the local government elections to be postponed for a further 12 months. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, told the upper house that holding an election at this time would put the country at risk.
Now is therefore not the time to disrupt this downward movement with campaigning and the gathering that it will entail. Achieving the best balance is what we are working for, and that is what we seek to achieve. A local government election encompassing a pre-election day and election day activities would undoubtedly exponentially increase the risk of exposure to COVID-19 by members of the public. Given the increased transmissibility of the Omicron variant, which has clearly become more present in Jamaica, and given the high positivity rate, which continues to reflect the pressure on our health facilities, it would be unwise to hold a local government election at this time.
Mrs. Johnson-Smith says the local government election would demand significant resources, which are better spent on pandemic-related efforts at this time.
The government allocated an additional $5.3 billion to the CARE program during the months of November and December 2021 to cushion the impact of the pandemic on the most vulnerable in a targeted intervention. We have been putting resources in the hands of people who need it most.
Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang says the government will continue to strengthen the country's internal mechanisms to combat crime at all levels. Dr. Chang, who was contributing to the debate on the Terrorism, Designed Reporting Entity Trust and Corporate Services Providers Order 2020, told the House of Representatives that the legislation seeks to strengthen Jamaica's efforts to combat money laundering and terrorist financing.
Strengthening our framework will therefore disrupt the access of criminals to resources and make it more difficult for them to profit from their illicit activities and to prevent them from, in fact, getting involved in some of the activity they tend to get involved in our jurisdiction.
Results are expected this year from probes being conducted by the Financial Investigations Division, Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, and the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime and Investigation Branch. That's it for this week's House Matters. Join us again next time for more on what's happening in the Houses of Parliament. I'm Andre Palmer. Take care.
Unemployed persons with disabilities registered with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities can now apply for a one-off temporary compassionate grant under the COVID-19 CARE program. To be eligible, applicants must not have benefited under the government SERVE program or be a beneficiary of PATH. Parents and caregivers may apply on behalf of their children with disabilities. Applications open online February 1 at app.wecare.gov.jm and end on February 21. Applicants must have a valid TRN. A TRN and birth certificate for the child is also required. A message from the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, an entity of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Half a tree. One already, 200. Ready, mama? Ready. Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Up against your home.
Hey, this is Apostle Chevon Lawrence, and I'll be on Bess FM every Thursday at 9 p.m. with a program that is called Purpose Can't Die. In this season, you should win. In this season, it's your winning season. You don't want to miss it. Apostle Chevon Lawrence from Refuge Kingdom Deliverance Ministry will be on the air. This is your time to move into your goal that God has set before your life. Join me on the air, Apostle Chevon Lawrence on Bess FM.
I've got to go in my purpose. The Lord has prepared for me.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, at 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. You hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
You big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
I try calling you, cause trust me.
Waiters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
Call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Melody in my voice. Kemisha plays the music nice. Melody in my voice. Kemisha full of vibes. Best FM run the town. Yes, I run the town. Hear me loud and clear. They run the country and the town, or the far and near. Bless the love into to Empress Kamisha on Best FM, and it's all about the resetting. Mondays to Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. on Best FM. Keep it locked. This is Warrior King, the Black Emperor. Come on, tune in.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Scan on the road for me. And don't take no time from nobody. Just do what me tell you for the same time and make sure say everything work according to home and everything for work. See? Take back yourself and bring back yourself in a one piece. Make sure see you're real. Hear me?
Yes, good morning and welcome back to the program. We're into the second hour of the program here now. Today is the 10th of February Thursday the 10th of February. And as I said, I play a piece of music from a bridge. And not only that brother, but also my sister Hillary, her daughter birthday was yesterday, but we're going to play something for her. Hillary, daughter birthday yesterday, Tracy Bruce. And also we are play one for Sister Bev. Meikle, she and I 12 Tribe Israel, long time to her birthday today. And also it's Roberta Flack birthday. Let us hear. Have a call? Alright, I'm going to take the call first, but we're going to play Roberta Flack for Ricketts and all of the sisters. Killing Me Softly. Let's get back to the telephone. Good morning and welcome.
Blessings, Jerry.
Welcome, Margaret.
Yeah, man, good thanks. But there's a call the other one thing based on the a few things.
Yes, sir.
The ending thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised, but it's a way to say that now is our behavior is on trial and not the violation.
Yes, not them. Yes, trying to turn the table. Not them on trial again, but her behavior.
So I never know so when somebody violated Jerry, you must behave so nice after the violation that the behavior don't go on trial because the behavior then will supersede the violation.
I'm on the area now, please. I'm on. Yes, you say you never know, sir.
That when somebody violates you, you must behave so nice. So not run the risk of your behavior go on trial instead of the violation.
Yeah, and as you know, especially in experiences such as rape, frequently the female, because the society look down upon her as soiled when a woman get raped. Frequently people look upon her as something soiled, and others saying it's must something do her make she get raped, or she always wear too much sex clothes, that's why she get raped. Eventually the victim becomes blamed. Just like what is the first book of the Bible?
Genesis.
Yes. And what does Genesis teach?
I'm not sure, Jerry.
Genesis teach about how the world began. And how human being fell down and is down now and cursed. And what is the story of how man become cursed? What is the explanation?
Well, according to the story that man eat apple before time or something.
How him come to eat the apple?
I guess he was tempted.
Tempted by what?
By Eve, tempted by the devil.
No, tempted by Eve. The man never, according to the story, the man never come in contact with no devil. Tempted by Eve, and Eve become the symbol of evil.
Right.
And woman, female, has been attributed the lower place, and male attributed the higher place. That's why God is referred to as him.
As him.
Right? So from that time the female is a victim and supposed to apologize. Say, I'm sorry say me look so sexy. And I'm sorry say I'm so nice. And sorry about that. And I'm sorry that I have that evil streak, you know? So now, as you said, the victim now is supposed to be, is the victim reach a stage where the victim tend to feel apologetic. You know?
Yes. I want, but we're not surprised at the ruling, Jerry. And you know the station where they might expound the things.
Which station? You mean one of the media house?
Right.
Yeah. Which is the tool and the mouthpiece of the government?
Exactly.
But you have some of the media house that follow PP clock, you know.
Exactly.
But that first one there is the depths of corruption.
Yeah, I want to share 2 points here. Yesterday, after when I listen to the news, when I listen to the commentary after the news, Jerry, and then I talk to somebody, but I can hear that the host
were not sympathetic to the lady. They were more interested in exposing the weakness of
Which lady? Which lady?
Nzinga King.
All right. Well, you have one of the radio media house exemplifying that, and then even though Dion Jackson will always contest the slant of the government, at the same time they are allowing the DPP and our office to not only cloud the water but to prescribe judgment and make character judgment.
That's why she can't remember nothing. Something wrong with Nzinga King head, so she mixed up and she confused and lied.
Well, may I say this also? Just like when parents have them children and decide not to cut off their children here and them send them to school clean and neat, and the school fight against them and the government back up the school and defend the school and fight against them. Parents have a right, them have a duty to take care of them children and to bring them up how they think is the best way. If parents think it is best not to cut them children here, the parents have a right to do that. They don't have any right for the child to go to school and defecate and don't wipe up the defecation or to urinate in the classroom. But they have a right to, as long as them behaving properly, they're a person. Your physical self, you're a person. You have a right to have control over that. If it is demanded that you must cover up your genitals and you must cover up your upper body up to your neck, you comply with that and you send your children to school in clothes, but you have a right to demand that no one must violate your child or demand that your child must adjust them body no way apart from you might say yes, cut the fingernails, right? Cut the fingernails and so on. Now, when a child grow up, right? When a child turning to be an adult, when a child moving from childhood to adulthood, that they call that period?
Adolescence.
Adolescence. Lessons mean turning into. Like you have coalescence. You know coalescence?
No, Jerry.
When something coalesce, it come together. Coalescent. You know, like when you have a coalition.
Okay, a
coalition is when the groups
different groups merge together.
Well, so it is even food and other objects coalesce under certain conditions. So coalescent, the lescent part of the word mean coming to be into one. Lescent. So adolescence is becoming an adult. When a child is now becoming an adult and have more discretion and have choice and know more right from wrong than even when they was younger, they have a right to say, Daddy, I don't want to have on no locks more. Or them have a right to say, I don't want to live in the house with you or mommy. But if them decide that now, them have to go find them own way for can pay for or buy one room, you know. But they have a right once they are becoming adult and once they have become adult to make their choices, right, sir?
Definitely not.
Now, if the parents still paying for them school fee or if you go to college and think, the parent might say, but now pay school fee if you decide to cut off your locks.
We have a way of it as long as you're under my roof.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And if you decide to come from under my roof, I not pay no expense for you, you know. So the child who now become an adult also have rights. Now, I have known Rastafari youth who don't want to carry no locks no more, or them don't want to go to the Rasta meeting no more. When I was 11, I resent being sent to church no more. And I decide, say, when I reach 12 and them say, you must join the church, I not join none. But I never declare it fully till when I had 12. And I still living on my parents' yard. Fortunately for me, my parents allow me to exert that right. But hear what them say. You say, like, oh, you're not going to church. The clothes where we bring for you from foreign, you know, get it night. I'm going to tell them, say, keep that. Put up them cloth under your chair in your study. And the old man, you know, and put up the cloth, them on the new shoes under the chair, them study. I never tell my old lady to put up no cloth and no pants length. But I did tell them, say, keep that. So, but you know, you have rights and you have privilege, and then you have a time where a child It's still your child. I have children 56 years old, 54 years old. But them is not a child in terms of status in the community.
Right.
They are only a child of me and my wife and me and my baby mother.
Right.
And they are, sorry for talking so long for you.
That's all right, man. We love anything express. So, like, I don't know, but when them come to this whole thing, they're like, me hear them expound the thing and I can't feel sympathy for the lady.
You see, sir? You see it? Once again, no sympathy for the victim, just like how there was no sympathy for the 18-month victim when the police lock her up and she dead.
And here's the next point, Jerry. Like, I find this, I'm no legal man, and I still respect, like, legal views and so on, but like, you can't, them ask, so what about because the forensic expert could have determined that the ear where them finding at the cell or outside the cell belong to her. But the forensic expert couldn't determine if the ear was cut.
Also, it's not a either or, you know, situation. It is both.
So, Jerry, I wear a lot, and to be honest with you, it forced me since yesterday to like a pull my lot and try to see how easy it is to break one, and to tell you the truth, it's not an easy task.
I know.
And what I'm saying, I'm not suggesting that it's impossible, but you could not make a determination if something cut out about.
Not only that, even if you could make a determination, why are they coming on the air in the public with a slanted view and a packaged view to diminish the character of the victim? And right from the beginning, the government has been not following procedure like what them do all the while. Them carry her, from what I heard, they carry her to a court and never take no plea from her in all the things that them charge her with. Now hear the next thing now. I know that you can hold a lock. Locks is all of the lock them together. Each one name a lock.
Right.
You ever hear about Goldilocks?
Yes, man.
Who Goldilocks was who?
I only know of the character. I don't
it was who? What was that character?
No, well, maybe I put it another way. I know of the name.
Alright, Goldilocks is one young girl in Europe. We are here yellow. So then call her Goldilocks because her locks are here yellow. And all human being hair tends to grow in locks, clumps of hair that cling to one another. All the hair don't cling in a one. All human beings have all texture of hair. If it's left alone, they tend to separate into locks, into various locks. Anyway, I know that you can hold a lock of hair by the root and then hold the end of the lock and tear off part of the lock from the root part of the lock. Don't you know that's possible? Don't that is easier than tearing it out of your scalp?
Yeah, that's why I say I'm not saying it is impossible.
Alright, okay. So now, some of the inmates there have been made to declare or have declared, it is claimed by the government that some of the inmates in the cell with her claim that she had been tearing some of her locks and shortening them. You never hear that part there?
Yes.
Alright. That might be so. Why are they not exposing what facts they have got? Whether a policewoman did take scissors and cut her. Why them not talk about the party?
No, man, that's not important.
Them can deceive you? Can they deceive you? Hold on, sir. Can they deceive you?
You're crazy, Jerry.
Alright.
Jerry, I want to touch on next little point, Jerry. Back to the media house who facilitate the government leading this charge and them up to a whole heap of award.
Yes, of course.
So the next point I want to touch, Jerry, you remember when the last British royal were married to a
half black
black woman?
Yes.
I remember the principal for such station was schooling, giving him staff an evening lesson about how significant the royal family is. And they're too young to know about, you know, how we're breaking, how black people breaking all kind of feeling and this and
yes.
Just hold on there, Jerry. Just we come down in a last year, you hear it reveal or one the same black woman after commit a consider suicide and her husband have to take her and come out of the house because the queen never want her in there. And
you see it, sir? Yes, sir. Everything, yes, sir.
When the baby would have look like.
Yeah. Yes. Imagine that nasty so-called Prince Philip. Nasty boy. Nasty boy.
So what I'm trying to say, Jerry, how these so-called people who claim to them educated and the young people are look to them for guidance, is that kind of lecture you are giving? What is the significance of any royal family to two black people?
No, hear this now. We're going to show them that Holiness is a servant of them, and the Governor General a servant of them, the whole Jamaica government and the so-called independence of Jamaica from 1962 till now is a fraud perpetrated by the British and the JLP and the PNP. Fraud.
One final point, because we know we don't want to run too long. 2 days ago, since week, Jerry, I hear Mark Golden on another station. And it baffles me how low people can go.
No, we only have a minute. Talk it in a minute.
Yes, it baffles me how low these people can go down when they want to capture the masses. Him gone from one station, say him a juggler, say him a play juggling, the Bob Marley, and him a heal all Selassie, and you know we have to give praises to the Most High. You hear that one, Jerry? Yes. I never hear nothing so awkward because him a struggle to fit in the Jamaican parliament.
Yes.
And me say, if you born a Jamaican, you can't even talk patois fluently, you can't flow a conversation fluently in the native language.
Yeah.
That means that you're so out of touch with the esteemed people.
Yes, but anyway, we have to cut it. Call back again. But I'll take your point. Hold on, I'll take your point. How can the PNP, a people's party, supposed to be a socialist party, be led by millionaires and billionaires? But call back. We have more than 2 hours for your call back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Having more call. Alright, we're going to play this piece of music for brother Ricketts and for the daughter them. Roberta Flack, herself birthday today. Sister Bev. And yesterday was Hillary daughter birthday. What's your name again? Hillary daughter birthday yesterday. We're still going to play something for her. And I want to tell you what Hillary daughter name again. Anyway, Hillary daughter birthday yesterday, and also brother Ricketts going to play Killing Me Softly. Tracy Bruce's Hillary daughter. Killing Me Softly. Alright, I'm going to take the call. I will take the music later. Boy, the music will get delayed, but that is all good. Good morning and welcome to the place.
Morning, sir, man.
Welcome.
Let's see, sir. Well, I never know, sir. Applying for a firearm out of Jamaica, tough.
Hello, go ahead, please.
I said applying for a firearm in Jamaica is tough.
Go on.
So, I have a friend of mine that applied recently. And he's tripping it now, first man. He apply and them respond to him. Let him know. Give them enough reasons. Give them grant it. But them tell him to submit some other documents. And for the review, I'll see for them review about the documents they want to submit. At $50,000.
What submit? What you call the second submission? What is it? What you call it?
The review.
Okay, review fee.
$50,000.
So that is a test whether you really should get a firearm license, whether you can play $50,000. So, no, hello. You hear me?
Yes.
Are you driving?
Yeah, man, I am on the street.
Please stop. I'm going to talk to you. Can do that? Can do that?
Yeah, man. Go ahead now.
All right. So that is a test now. If you can pay the $50,000, that shows say you qualify, you have a better chance to get the firearm license. You're not there?
That is basically what I say.
Hello, you still driving?
No, man, I stop, man. But you know, vehicle passing me.
All right, no, another vehicle trouble me. So how long you take for response? So you look like you're preoccupied.
Oh.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
But what I am looking at, if they just review the document, you have to pay 50,000. I don't see why they must say, look here, man, we're not granted it.
Oh, you mean? Then if them can't get $50,000 for you, it's about revenue, you know. You don't understand me? Hello, sir.
Yeah, break up. Go again.
I said it is about revenue. If they can get $50,000 for you, you don't think I'm going to take $50,000 for you?
Well, then again.
Then again what?
Then again, that is what's happening now then.
Then you never know that?
Well, we never look on that aspect of it.
No, I never asked about looking on aspect. I asked you if you didn't know. That is
no,
not a good.
I didn't know that
All
part
right.
of it.
You didn't know that firearm license was being sold throughout the firearm license authority. It was being sold.
Yeah, man, we hear about it over the years.
Yes, but if firearm license is being sold by people inside of that outfit, you must know that getting in money and a food can eat is part of the motto of that outfit.
That is why the people them sell it like that. It's hard. I think them get it in there, so man, them a food and sell it cheaper.
All right. If you become a good driver by learning to drive by a good instructor, and you go for your driver's license, and you get your license the first time, what is that going to encourage?
If you get the license the first time?
No. Start at the beginning. If you learn to drive properly and well, because of being instructed properly and practicing properly, and you go for your driver's license and you pass the test the first time and get your license, what will that encourage?
That you went through the right and proper way.
No, not that you went through. What will it encourage? What will it encourage in the future? Are you there?
Yeah, man, I am here.
Then how you not answer me? How you not answer me?
No, because your phone are coming.
No. My phone are coming what?
It's coming in piece a piece. I break in. That's why.
All right, what I just ask you?
But you say if I went through don't forget my driver's license, I went through the right procedure.
No, not right procedure. Not right procedure. You learn to drive properly as a result of being properly instructed and also practicing properly. You go for your license and you get drive and you get the license first time. What will that encourage in the future?
Well, it encouraged me that the way I go about it is the right way.
No, it will encourage other people to prepare properly, practice properly, apply for your license properly, go there, and most likely they will get the license the first time. Is that true?
Yes.
And as a result of that, bribery will not be encouraged. You understand me?
Yes.
And if bribery is not encouraged, the bribery system not going to work. So a part of the bribery system is that you must not get your driver's license easily.
It's a funny world.
Which world is funny?
The whole entire world.
No, nothing wrong with the world. There's nothing wrong with the world. It is people in the world and systems in the world. Nothing wrong with the world. I get a music paper. So now, if you are to go to and apply for a firearm license, and you demonstrate that you need to protect your family and your home, and you also have a business and you have a car that people like to steal, that brand of car, and you go and you get a firearm license because you have substantiated the need for a firearm, and your responsibility has been demonstrated, and you get a firearm license easily, what will that encourage? You're not listening to me? Something is wrong. But anyway, I think we make the point still. Have another call? Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, blessed Jerry.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, man. I don't know how you are going, yeah?
I don't know. I don't want to judge him, but it seemed funny that that's why I asked him if he's still driving. I heard a radio. I heard some radio or some other thing playing in the background. It might not even be this station, but anyway. So what go on?
Not my background.
What go on?
That's not my background.
No, not your own. In the car as one.
Come another them thing then.
No.
All right. What may I say? You ever take a drive back and look on the whole system of Jamaica? Blessed.
The system of Jamaica what?
Yeah, when you look on how the bank are run.
Yeah.
If you see some bank man at the governor for the bank of Jamaica.
Some what kind of man? What kind of man?
You find out a man who own bank.
Yes.
At the governor for Jamaica.
Yeah. Governor for Jamaica or governor for the Bank of Jamaica?
Governor for the Bank of Jamaica.
Yeah.
See? Now, if me in a bank business and at the bank, and I own bank and everything there, then I got set up my thing where it benefits me and my friend then. Me I got set up something where I got benefit public. Take you understand what I say?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hello?
Yeah, man, may I hear you, man.
Yeah, man, so I can't, yeah, man, I hear so good me that.
Something is wrong, because the last caller, that's the same thing.
Let me I run bank.
Yeah, man, I heard you and I acknowledge what you said.
And me as the governor of the Bank of Jamaica. See, and me have my friend in the run bank. You know, that's the thing where we benefit, man, just like how
Yeah, I agree.
In, for instance, Jamaica get 3 billion. Over 3 billion and a half US dollar. You know. Since this thing has gone on, you know.
Which thing are going?
This pandemic, you know.
Jamaica get 3 billion since it going on, I don't know what that is about.
No, me I say, and them still have 21% tax.
No, hold on. Jamaica get 3 billion since this pandemic go on. What them get that about?
In people want send money. People who send money.
People who send in money? Who that?
Yeah, man, from the diaspora, man, the people who send money, man, I send money to the Cambia, then, man.
Oh, remittance?
Remittance, yeah, remittance.
Remittance?
Remittance, yeah. And these people collect millions and millions of dollars for the people. And then them thing where just keep on set a way where a month send all $100 come here. Then get all $21 with tight and all it. You know, sometimes you have to look on it, Jerry, and you know, you have to what this thing are really about. Because it's just a set of people, you know, just come together, you know. And I reap off everything.
All right. So what our response should be? What our response should be?
Our response has to stop it. We have to stop it.
No. That is just a headline. That is not a method. That's not no step. Our response is that step-by-step thing. If people come together and reaping off of our taxes and our fees that we have to be paying, and they set up other people like themselves to be the regulators. So everything stuck their way. What our response must be, I'm not talking about just a slogan. Step by step, like how them set up them thing and build it step by step. What our response must be.
Yeah, our response has to deal with it step by step.
Yeah, like what step? Like what step? We could look at 1 or 2 or 3 steps.
At first, we have to set up a thing where the people who are sending the money, we have to make them start campaign night. You know what I mean?
The people who sending money to us, how they could campaign in it?
Like, them have to make them know. You know, because there's a body.
No, make, hold on. They have to make, hold on. They have to make who know?
The government of Jamaica know.
Yeah, I have to make them know what?
Say, it can't, when they send them money.
All right. How do a set of people make the government know so them can't rip off through remittance? How we can make them know that?
First, them have to organize.
Yes.
Isn't there for body in the US or Canada or England?
Yeah.
You know, them have to make them know. And we have to say no, them can't draw so much out of our money.
Now, how we make them know that them can't draw so much out of money? It can be done, you know. How we could do it?
Because we have to get up as a body. And all the bank them and all of them things there, we have to start boycott them.
Boy, may I tell you, man, I'll give a prize for that.
And that we have to start them.
All right. Here's the next thing now. You'll get a prize for that. Here's the next thing now. The people in our diaspora that we know, because some of them in the diaspora, a lot of the people who control the diaspora organizations is labor right, you know. Yeah. A lot of them is PNP, because the PNP and the Labour Party compete between one another to have more influence in the diaspora organizations. You know that?
Yeah, I know that.
All right, okay. Now the PNP was very up to date in keeping in contact with the diaspora organizations. And several years ago, the Labour right them start pay attention to that and say, too much of the diaspora organization is PNP sentiment people. Now, the people that we know in the diaspora, there must be numbers of them amongst that diaspora that we know personally and collectively that know or can find out how you go about setting up a remittance agency. Not true?
Yeah.
If some of the diaspora people organize and establish remittance agency, you think that remittance agency could deal with people better than the one we have them and the government, a friend?
True. Yeah, it's a good move that.
Now there's a couple radio stations and media houses like CFM, Nationwide and others, where it's in league with the Labour right government. And you have some others, not only them two, but they are the two main ones. Now just like how they are in league with the Labour right government and them do anything for help them and put cross for them views. I have some PNP organization same way. So it is that we can find out, or the other diaspora people can find out how these organizations are established. Just like what I recommend to the taximan them say. I believe some taxi association should get together and get some license for open gas station. And by opening gas station, they will have more control over fuel distribution and fuel price.
Sure.
And when gas tanker strike or anything like that, any danger to the fuel supply, that taxi organization will have a more sure fuel supply because they have some gas station where most can reserve some of the fuel for them. So step by step, just like how they organize to rape us, step by step, we can and will organize to take back our own and starve out some of them guys and girls. Because plenty of women night with them. Plenty of them officer and them servant is woman.
Yeah. Because that makes Jamaica run, so, you know.
Eh? Yes.
So through them organized.
Yeah.
That makes Jamaica run, so, you know.
And that's why we can only chat because we're not organized. But if we start to organize, we won't for just chat alone.
Yeah,
you see all the minister of finance, what's his name? Clark. You know, say Wholeness did go for him. Wholeness go for him from in the private sector, you know. Why him go for him?
Yeah, because them know them a friend, man. Them know it for them thing.
Not only them a friend, him know said this one will be able to more skillfully do the things for the government than the other one before. Hardly Sean them some half amateur. They might have some idea, but them are half amateur. So them go for this one. And him need to have a seat in parliament, you know, because the Minister of Finance must have a seat in the elected parliament. You know that?
Yeah, I know that.
So when them know say them want this one because him cunning enough, but him need a seat in parliament.
Eh? Don't know you senator do that.
No, him have to have an elected seat. Trim a deal with money. Them say them a safeguard we by making an elected one. But all that a generalship to you.
Yeah, face card.
Face card, anyway. So when him go to Derek Smith, Wholeness go to Derek Smith and tell him, say, give up the seat. Because Derek Smith have a seat where him going like a female personal possession, you know. Just like how Pernell Charles did have a seat where him going like him the whole of them going like them seat at them personal possession, you know.
And you have to give Pernell Charles 2 seats for that. Yeah.
Alright, then now a 3 seat them go after, but him family get 2. Although the United States government a question one of them pick and say them not straight. You know that? You didn't know say United States government a question one of Pernell pick and get one seat.
Yeah, man.
So that session not straight. You know that?
No, both are licensed.
Yes, man, not license, both are practices, things we should do. Things we should do. It's not about the license, you know. It's about why you shouldn't have the license because you do certain thing. Anyway, long story short is that.
Yeah.
Long story short is that all of them believe that the seat is in personal possession. The guy who beat the woman and already with the stool, him believes that seat is in personal possession like how the stool of him one, you know. And the other one will beat him wife and already with the gun. One of Wholeness LP beat the wife and already with the gun and then point the gun at her for shoot her. Him believe that the seat is in personal possession like the gun, you know. Him believe like when him have a license for have gun, him have a license for beat her and already, you know. And him believe him have a license for own the seat too. So the whole of them have that attitude. Anyway, long story short, Wholeness go to Derek Smith and make him know, say, no, tell me no foolishness about this is your son's seat, you know. Because Royal Reed did go up there for the seat, you know. And remember, Royal Reed did go up at Derek Smith area for the seat.
Yeah,
and Derek Smith said, move from here, someone, I'm a son's seat. When me ready, when me done. Anyway, Wholeness go up there and tell Derek Smith, now tell me no you that thing like what I tell Royal Reed, you know. Because although Royal Reed a Minister of Education like how me was Minister of Education, him not have no seat, and me have seat and me a Prime Minister. Because Siaga bring me up. Siaga bring me up, so none of them no argue with me. That's it, the source of Wholeness and badmanship, you know. So him a Siaga son. Anyway, long story short. Them run out Derek Smith and give this one a seat. This general one, you know his name? Clark. Because him know how to jack up money and jack out money out of people's pocket, out of taxpayer pocket. That's why them put him there now. And him can chat. Them say him can chat. Him know how to jack up money and him can also chat. So him a jack out all the fuel price. You see how the fuel price go up wicked?
Yeah, man.
And him that, you know. Anyway, step by step, so them organize the general way. Step by step, we must organize ourselves. How to counteract them, because it must be done. And the PNP is not the way.
The PNP is no way, man.
No way at all.
PNP is no way at all.
No way at all. Hey, go on.
Then watch an interview, I'm an interview. Mark Golden.
Yeah.
I don't hear Mark Golden mention nothing about changing nothing.
No.
Or changing the constitution or rewrite the constitution or nothing. All him do is wait for going for rule under the state.
Yes, he might wait for see if him can build up back a strength because all his intention is to become Prime Minister. That is what him is about. Him is not no PNP. Him is not about no PNP. Him is not about no nation of Jamaica. Him is not about the African people them getting back for the first time getting them just desserts in Jamaica. That's not what him about. But hear me now. I go and run a music, you know. Call me back. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear finally from Roberta Flack. Not even finally, but once again for the first time, Roberta Flack. Killing Me Softly. This is for Sydney Ricketts. And this is for Roberta Flack herself. Let's go.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Sang a good song. I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him to listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair, and then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there, and he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Yes, the beautiful sound of Roberta Flack. Roberta Flack on her own birthday. Today is her birthday. Singing for Sydney Ricketts, who is 92 years old. Elder Rastaman, 92 years old today. And also singing for herself and singing for Bev Meikle, another person born on this birthday, Sister Joseph out at 12 Tribe Israel. I think she's there in New York or she's there in Florida. And also for Hillary daughter, whose birthday was yesterday, Tracy Bruce. Hillary daughter, Hillary from, when a Spanish town, Tracy Bruce. All of them will play that for. That's lovely. Also today on this date, in this day when I pass, I see a picture of Michael Manley at King's house. Greeting a lady who obviously admire him very much and so happy to see him. And her husband stand up one side, not so happy to see Michael. Because Michael just lead the PNP to victory 1989 on the 9th of February. Michael Manley lead the PNP to win the election and get Seaga out of Jamaica House. And Michael gone to King's House the next day now for Glasspool summon him for farm and government. And Glasspool is there looking on not very happy because Glasspool in a King's House as Governor General. And Michael put him in a King's House because him to do and get him out of the PNP. Michael put Glasspool in a King's House to get him out of the PNP because Glasspool want troublemaker in the PNP long time. A Glasspool did organize and run out the communists out of the PNP in 1952. And 1972 when PNP win again and I try socialism, a Glasspool himself I try upset the socialism. So Michael get him out of the government and put him at King's House. So here him is now. Him stay at King's House and campaign against PNP in 1989 election now. Glasspool. We'll tell about that a little more if you want. Let's get to the telephone. Good afternoon. Not there? Good afternoon.
Hello?
Welcome. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Carlton Marshall.
Yeah.
I am an ex-special constable. I have retired now.
Yeah.
But I got a stroke,
yeah.
And there were two seats placed at Harmon Barracks where I used to station.
Yeah.
Those seats were out on the outside. They were placed there by the corporation. And there is an officer there who eventually I went to sit there the other day and he came and reprimanded me and told me that we are not supposed to sit there. So I said, I don't understand you. Anyhow, he threatened to pepper spray us and everything.
Yes, who is us? Who is us? You and who?
And
who is you? Who is us? Hold on, please, sir. Hold on, please. Hold on, please, sir. Hold on, please, sir. Are you hearing me, sir? Hello, are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Please hold on. First, I want to take your number because we're going to run out of time and I want to call you back. And the next thing I want to ask you, who is us? Who is you? You and who him threatened to pepper spray? Who was there with you?
Ex-soldier.
Yes. All right, I want to take your number off the air and call you back because we're coming up to the midday break. Please don't hang up. You hear me, sir?
Okay, sir.
Please don't hang up. We're going to take a call. Take your number.
Okay.
I'm going to the midday break. Thank you very much.
Hey!
be right back.
Good day, I'm Anthony Morgan with JIS Midday News for Thursday, February 10. Coming up, super COVID-19 vaccine being developed, Phase 3 of Sangster International Runway Expansion Project to get underway, and contracts approved for the expansion of housing developments in St. Catherine and St. Elizabeth. The news in detail after the break.
NIS pensioners, early encashment continues. Any pension order voucher with a payable date in February 2022 may be encashed as of February 3. Collect your February payments at your convenience. Simply visit your designated post office. Pension vouchers can only be encashed at post offices. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Now the news. Assistant Director of the Pan American Health Organization PAHO, Dr. Jarbas Barbosa da Silva Jr., says researchers are working to develop a universal or super COVID-19 vaccine. It's anticipated that the proposed vaccine will be effective against all COVID-19 variants and provide permanent protection against the disease.
This is something that is under development right now. We have several candidates, but they are still in preclinical phase. They are still on lab testing phase. And then we will eventually have some clinical trials.
Dr. Barbosa da Silva's response to a question being interpreted during PAHO's weekly COVID-19 digital media briefing on Wednesday. Reports from the United States last week indicated that the military has been undertaking the development of a pan-coronavirus vaccine, the spike ferritin nanoparticle SPFN, for which phase 1 human trials have been completed. The report stated that the vaccine is being tested against all COVID-19 variants, including Omicron. Dr. Barbosa has emphasized that while the world awaits the development of a super vaccine, countries should continue using those available as they have been preventing severe cases and deaths. Phase 3 of the runway expansion project at the Sangster International Airport in St. James is to get underway shortly, following the signing of a contract valued at approximately $11 billion by the government. The 6-component project includes the management of relocation of nearby public roads and utilities, the extension of the runway, widening of the airport's taxiway Echo, perimeter road and fencing, and a shoreline protection project. Additionally, the nearby Kent Avenue is to be realigned and a new entrance established for the Montego Bay bypass. Transport and Mining Minister Audley Shaw says this investment in aviation infrastructure will stimulate further economic reform for the country.
I look forward to the possibilities that will open up to Jamaica's aviation sector with these upgrades. Jamaican aviation has the potential to drive the country into economic reform.
Minister Shaw was speaking at the official contract signing ceremony on Wednesday. The runway expansion project is expected to be completed in 2023. The government is to undertake the expansion of several housing developments in the 2022-23 fiscal year in a bid to increase the housing stock available to Jamaicans. Speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House on Wednesday, Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for information, Robert Morgan, said Cabinet recently approved contracts for developments in St. Catherine and St. Elizabeth. Among them is the expansion of 100 one-bedroom starter units from the Shooters Hill project in Helcher, St. Catherine to 2-bedroom dwellings.
We also saw the award of a contract for the construction of 200 two-bedroom and one-bedroom detached units and 50 service lots with the associated site works at Luana Gardens 4, Phase 3, St. Elizabeth in the amount of $1.9 million by the Housing Agency of Jamaica Limited to Marshall's Construction Company Limited.
Cabinet also approved the construction of 142 semi-detached and 6 standalone housing units at Reed Spence and Catherine by the Housing Agency of Jamaica. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries will license the National Irrigation Commission NIC as the irrigation authority in Jamaica for a period of 30 years. Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Robert Morgan, says Cabinet gave approval for the resolution to go before Parliament. Minister Morgan adds that drafting instructions have also been issued to the Chief Parliamentary Council.
And it gave further approval for the promulgation of legislation to validate all acts executed in good faith by the NIC as the irrigation authority in the absence of the requisite license pursuant to Section 4 of the Irrigation Act for the period commencing 11th of July 2021 to the date of gazetting of a new order to duly license the NIC to indemnify the NIC and all its officers against liability.
Minister Morgan was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday. That was JIS News. I'm Anthony Morgan.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station.
Moving.
It's my station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. President Biden is expected to address healthcare costs and the U.S. economy when he visits Central Virginia today. NPR's Asma Khalid says the president will speak at a community college technology center outside Washington.
The president is specifically highlighting his administration's efforts to reduce healthcare costs and prescription drug costs. It is no coincidence this visit comes on the same day new inflation data is released. High inflation has been a stubborn problem for the president, dragging down his overall approval rating. Voters consistently give Biden poor marks on his handling of the economy, despite record GDP growth and record job creation. And that has raised alarm bells for vulnerable Democrats ahead of the midterms. Yet in Virginia today, Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, who represents the key swing district Biden is visiting, will appear alongside the president. Asma Khalid, NPR News.
France's foreign minister is calling Russia's current war exercises in Belarus a violent gesture. NPR's Eleanor Beardsley reports analysts wonder if the French president's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin this week brought any progress at all.
President Emmanuel Macron called it a start that Putin agreed to resume talks with Kyiv over the long-simmering separatist war in eastern Ukraine. But analyst Christian Macarion says Putin sees any evolution in Ukraine as a personal threat.
Westernization of Ukraine means democracy, and democracy is intolerable for the Russian elite.
Macarion says westernization also means a successful Ukrainian economy, which would be unacceptable because Russia could never compete. And he adds, for Putin, allowing Ukraine to follow its own path threatens his power and the entire Russian system. Eleanor Beardsley, NPR News, Paris.
American Nathan Chen has followed his record-setting short figure skating program at the Winter Olympics in Beijing today with a near-perfect free skate. Chen won the gold medal.
Truly, I never imagined I'd be able to make it this far in my career and be able to go to 2 Olympics, and then, of course, having the opportunity that I had today. It really means the world, and I still, of course, have to take a little bit more time to process everything.
Chen landed all 5 of his quad jumps during his program today and skated to Elton John's Rocket Man. Separately, International Olympic Committee officials are remaining silent on reports of doping by a member of the Russian figure skating team. Media reports have said a female member of the team used a performance-enhancing drug. The Russian figure skating team won the gold medal this week. The U.S. took the silver, but Olympic officials have not held a medal ceremony yet. On Wall Street, the stock market is lower. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 110 points at 35,669. You're listening to NPR News. Some Canadian truckers continue to protest against Canadian pandemic restrictions. They've blocked traffic coming into Canada from the U.S. on a bridge linking Detroit to Windsor, Ontario. Many protesters are still camped in Canada's capital, Ottawa. City authorities say protesters have now started driving around the Ottawa airport and impeding traffic. In India, 5 states are going to the polls today, including the country's most populous state, Uttar Pradesh. These state elections are seen as a bellwether for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's chances for re-election in 2024. NPR's Lauren Freyer reports from Lucknow, the state capital.
There's a saying, as Uttar Pradesh goes, so goes India. With more than 200 million people, this Indian state is bigger than all but a handful of countries. Its chief minister, Yogi Adityanath, is a hardline Hindu priest from Prime Minister Narendra Modi's party. He's running for re-election on a platform of crime reduction, infrastructure spending, and Hindu majoritarianism. This voter, Vijay Lakshmi Singh, says she'll vote for the ruling party.
Because in UP we have seen that many developments have happened in last 5 years, but there is a lack in employment.
Unemployment is high, though, especially among youth. Voting happens in several stages, and results aren't expected until early March. Lauren Freyer, NPR News in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, India.
The Labor Department says inflation soared in January. Its latest report finds consumer prices were up 7.5% compared to what they were a year ago. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
I listen to Bullseye because Jesse always has really good questions.
What did John Malkovich wear when he was 20?
I don't know how to describe it.
Bullseye. Interviews with creators you love and creators you need to know. From MaximumFun.org and NPR.
Live the life. Respect the music. And keep your radio locked in.
Best 100 FM.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how we do I take taxi start?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, at 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? Yeah, waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
Yeah, try and call it, cause trust me.
Waiters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
Ah, what a relief.
Easy! Let not your hearts be troubled. Just believe in God Almighty and daily renew the mind. As we live in this time when fake is more valued than real, and lies prefer the truth, the unnatural put above the natural. This is Lady Donna, aka Double D Don, with a new song, Almighty Jah, encouraging your people to keep the faith that God will make a way. Get your copy today. It's on all digital platforms. Lady Donna Official on Instagram, Facebook, AsujaRecords.com. For bookings, Asuja Record Label at Gmail. Almighty Jah! Praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him. And the no name of drive it time me up. And the no name of drive it me up. So them evil, so them lie, so them corrupt. Scheming and them planning, but we not give up. Jehovah and the one way ya hold me up. In and the Father we put it first. Dan Jaja, Jaja be done with the name Dan Jaja, super cat him come and then do it and dada. The Dan shit there. Dan Mama, wicked and evil, Jack confess now.
Wagwan.
Guten Tag. Buongiorno.
We are
the Kingstones.
I think I love you best of them because you're better than the rest of them. It's so amazing how I love you best of them because you're better than the rest of them.
The enemy came up against your home.
Hey, this is Apostle Siobhan Lawrence, and I'll be on Bess FM every Thursday at 9 p.m. with a program that is called Purpose Can't Die. In this season, you should win. In this season, it's your winning season. You don't want to miss it. Apostle Siobhan Lawrence from Refuge Kingdom Deliverance Ministry will be on the air. This is your time to move into your goal that God has set before your life. Join me on the air, Apostle Siobhan Lawrence on Bess FM.
I've got to go with my purpose. The Lord has prepared for me.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Music, promoters of clean, uplifting reggae music, presents the single Stranger by Empress Akua, produced by Sangi Davis, distributed by Top Gong International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Call 310-559-0448 or email isacharmusic with a Z at gmail.com. Stranger by Empress Akua is on the Isachar Music label.
On the wall brings back memories. Lying here, looking up at the ceiling, you're lying there, sleeping. I reach out to you, you turn and say, I love you, but no, you're only dreaming. This relationship has no meaning. No meaning. Oh, time to face reality. You're not the one for me. We're from two different places and times. Yeah. You go your way, and I'll go my way. I'll go all the way alone. Yeah, I've got to go on without you. I've got to go on without you. Hey, stranger, get up, get out of here. Stranger, get up, get out of here. Stranger, get up, get out of here. Stranger, get up, you're not wanted here. Hey. Pictures on the wall brings back memories of the good times we used to share. I'd never hurt you, and I'm not trying to desert you, but it's time to face reality about you and me. I just can't fake it. I just can't take it. We got to break it. This relationship, you don't understand me. You say that I act like a child and I'm wild. You don't want me to be free. Free. We meet on the street. We're like strangers. We say hello and go our separate ways. Hey, stranger, get up, get out of here.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome back to the program, into the second half of the program. On today, Thursday, the 10th of February, we finally got to play one of the pieces of music for the birthday people. We're going to play another one. That one was Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack, who also born on this date here, 10th of February. We're going to read some live chat. I've really been neglecting the live chat lately. Sorry about that. Live chat. Coming first from Taki Lemko. Good morning, Bongo Jerry, and all in the mix. Morning, Bongo Jerry, and all in the mix. Positive vibes as always. Bless. Delroy Henry said, greetings, Bongo Jerry. Truth is a continuous examination of facts. Always supersede belief. Truth always supersede belief. The DPP discussion or verdict that was handed down in the 19-year-old girl, in the case of the 19-year-old girl, is a shame and disgraceful. Jamaica, I don't know. But imagine this DPP handing down a judgment. What them say? A judgment them say she hand down. Wayne Conscious say, greetings, that's why I teach my youth them myself. School cannot be the only place your children learn, I agree. Takilen say, yes, Bongo, they must be afraid to violate our rights, including how we address our physical and natural appearance. And him continue, for a long time I have seen that spirit of deception in the DPP. Now everything is an affirmation. Delroy Henry said, Master Teacher Thursday blessing. My belief is Jamaican home and abroad should come out in support of the 19-year-old girl. The verdict presented by the DPP is a disgrace to humanity. Jalov. Fitzroy Dakers said, Big D. Samson got led astray. Marcus the Best said, greetings, good citizens, manners, respect, and gratitude to all. Present for racial duty, good citizens, Gaviite at your service. Sister D. Ruben says, so true, Ras Bongo, misogyny, which is the prejudice against the female. Misogyny propagated in the Bible keeps the Eve and woman being less than folly. Religion worldwide continue this allegory for the benefit of males. Good not all men support this. And she continue, all who recognize the behavior of the DPP knows that this is what she going to do. Taki Lemko is only in a Jamaica, them coulda do this. Marcus the Best said, competition is great, so let's step up Bess FM to more effectively compete against that media house. Talking about the media house, where I get to kudos, especially for their behavior in supporting the JLP government. Marcus the Best said, the question still remains, was the locks cut? Still confusion around the topic. What's up with the noise? Cut that, I think there's some interruption or with the transmission. Sister D. Rubens and Marcus the Best, no, there's no confusion on that. They might make people question if she cut it, which has been successful. Kian Brown said, Marcus the Best, that's a question with no answer. What a shame. Marcus the Best says, it's not done yet, Citizen Ruben. I hope to learn more about legalistics, but I hope all evidence surrounding this case are properly secured for further use. This case can and should be revisited. Sister D. Ruben said, Marcus the Best, truly not by a long way. All them are try with them tactics and distraction. Marcus the Best reply. Cut, wheel and come again. The communication not on point today. Base can and must get better. The listener base can and should be widened. At that the other station with multiple awards doing. So this Marcus the Best is saying the communication not on point today. And Bess can get better, and that way they will get more listener like the government radio station. You think so? Well, I am not really into competition for ratings. I only want to know say I project the practice of examining the facts and sharpening the skills to find out the truth. That is what my program is about. Sharpening the skills to find out the truth, that no one may trick you. Neither your friend nor your opponent. No one may trick us if we open our eyes and keep attention to what is going on. That's my comment. Sister D. Rubens, so Marcus the Best, the case not finished. She returns to court in June for the RMA charge. Marcus the Best, organize yes. Many in the diaspora organizations push the same GLP, PNP nonsense. Takilemko say, yes, Sister D. Ruben, it happens in Jamaica as in regard to Nzinga. Another incident because the people and organizations against such are not strong in response or opposition to what they do. Marcus the Best said, that's right where it is, citizens small. Marcus the Best said, capacity building systems small. Security must be high on the agenda. Good citizens must be protected. The base must be capacitated. Takilemko said, all the things Bongo regarding the politics of selection, read the finance minister in current Jamaica. Them things they are going from long time in the politics of selection of candidates. Sister B. D. Ruben said, Takilemko, I agree. No enough action. That have to change. The time is now. Marcus the Best said, exactly. Failure to organize. The JLP is well organized now. That's why them dominating this space. No, they're not dominating this space now. They might dominate the PNP. They might dominate the PNP, but still, in a way, you could say them dominating the space. Tumblebug, Paris, Jerry, I char fire again to no avail. Well, that sounds like a labor right. Marcus the Best say, Citizen Perry are true. 54 in the chat. Step up time. Expansion is a must. A true all that citizen small. Same thing in a Garvey movement. People align themselves with political parties. Sister D. Ruben say, Marcus the Best, them can cite that as a way to power. Marcus the Best reply, seems Citizen Bongo have a weakness for PNP. Not a big deal because we all have weaknesses. I'm glad I have absolutely no weaknesses for none of them. I don't think you know Citizen Bongo. I don't know if I'm here to talk a weakness to PNP, but I couldn't make my talk. But still, probably have that impression. Marcus the Best say, you run the light. Taki Lemko say, Florizel Glasspool was something else. Yes, Bongo, we care to know the circumstances surrounding him and his roles as they played out. Marcus the Best say, service delivery. A demi day, how we are going to ensure proper service delivery to our citizens, to our good citizens. Marcus the Best continue. Proper health care, proper education, maximum security. Sister D. Ruben say, Marcus the Best gonna get them by removal of the corrupt politicians who embezzle and thief the public purse. Ken D. Brown say, make it easy on yourself. Thank you. Well, let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon and welcome. Afternoon and welcome. Okay. Yeah, we had a caller. I have some more music to play, but we had a caller there before lunchtime. We need to hear from that caller. All right. Well, we're going to play music for the sister them now who birthday today. Unless we have this call first. The numbers are 619-1508 and 279-8473. So I want to line up Princess Black to play for the ladies who birthday today, including Roberta Flack. But let's get to the telephone. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Small.
How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm here, sir. Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I have 3 little points here.
Come again.
I have 3 little topic or 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, the first I was saying,
Yeah, the first one you were saying is what?
Yeah, the government get independent.
Yeah.
And why they still under the Queen?
No, as you said the other day, is them get independence. JLP and PNP get independence. Independence is not nobody can give. Or something you take for yourself. So them get independence for themselves. But we have got to take it. The Jamaica people, the African in Jamaica, has not yet achieved independence, but we will establish it. The JLP and the PNP are representative of Britain and the international investors. JLP and PNP.
Yeah. No, I say, the government. I didn't say the people of Jamaica.
Yes.
Yes. And in court now, they still have that slogan like, oh yeah, God save the Queen.
Yes.
So God save the Queen and never save them.
No, they regard God as same as the Queen, and that them celebrate. That them demand if you say, I'm bow to when you're going to the courthouse.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, a caller was talking about the bad man and lawyer yesterday.
Yes.
So, yeah, I knew one, or maybe more than one. But, the he represents the bad men, and
Yes.
support. When money, they will send money from foreign to him for various things, and and the same bad man them set up on him.
Yeah.
Set up on him and kill him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a lot of the criminals do and what a lot of the bad men do. When before they get incarcerated, before them get put in a prison, whether in Jamaica or America, they hand over their money to them lawyer or to a special lawyer, and that lawyer do business for them or buy places for them and keep money for them. Many of them stay in prison all 20 years and more. Many of the lawyers are tempted now, say, since this guy now come from prison for now, and since he may never come from prison, I can swing off some of the money or slink off some of the money, and him will never know. Some of the bad man them keep check and come demand them money. Some of them forget some of the things. Them think them they have a 9 or 11 place where buy with them money, and when them come the lawyer only tell them about 7. Some of them can't convince them. Say there's only 7 places where they get to buy with the money, man. But some of them can't convince them because them keep a close check. And a lot of disputes is there. Some of them in the court, ex-convict come out of prison and a sue lawyer for their money. But some of the man who come out of prison, them not using a lawyer. Them go to him and demand and use brute force. And it's one of them who lawyer swing off money from them. And him come from prison and the lawyer and want to hand over them property. Him start go to the lawyer yard. And when the lawyer kind of get afraid of him come in yard and him persistent and thing, him next lawyer, politician, friend organize some of him bad man from in him constituency to beat up the bad man who come from prison. And when them a beat up the bad man start resist and fight them back. Them never expect him to be so strong. And I hear say that is how him get shot dead. In the lawyer house. In a big labor right lawyer house, and nothing come out of it. How much years now, nothing come out of it. And it is understood that is the other politician lawyer gun. When I'm gone, them use kill the guy. But they say this administration know how to cover up everything. Even the PNP know how to do that. But this administration beat them out even more, covering up things for them different gangsters and criminal them.
Yeah. Another point, I heard on the BBC news that the Pope was calling to, his followers for forgiveness.
Yeah. Pope, him asking them for forgiveness or him asking them to give forgiveness?
Well, he must asking them to forgive him.
Oh.
Yeah, because the abuse of the thousands of children, and some people were saying that they never point out or, apologize for his wrongdoing, and now you calling for forgiveness.
Yes.
So
what way them abuse the children?
Like, in the churches, they homosexual or whatever.
Oh, some of the priests them. Some of the priests and some of the nuns them carry out homosexual using of the children in the Catholic Church.
Yes.
And the Pope and the Bishop them and the Archbishop always protect them. Probably is them holiness learned from and the JLP how to protect all of them wrongdoers. Because same way the Pope always protect him and priest them and him nun them when them abuse the children, even kill them.
True. They were saying he was a bishop before.
Oh, the Pope?
Yes.
Yeah, man, all the popes are chosen from amongst the bishops, Every pope was a bishop before.
Yes. So they say he's lying. They never know certain things, and he were right there, So.
Yeah, because when them a bishop, them usually is when them a bishop, them go over the most thing. Because the bishop have a parish, where them control where. Them have a parish or a division or a constituency or a district or a constituency where them them can get the most sex and the most little boy to play with and the most all the different things. So each one of them have a parish or a district. Them coming like a warlord or a gangster or a don. When the bishop is a don in a female area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
But thank you for calling, Mr. Thank you. Yeah?
Yes, I'm here listening. Hello, Paul.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we have any more? Next call. Good afternoon. Welcome. We drop that call. Is it the same person who was here before lunch? All right. Please call back. That call get pulled just as we're answering him. I don't know if it is some mistake or some, Yes. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. We want to play the piece of music, Princess Black. This is for the daughter of our good friend Hillary, and her name is Tracy Bruce, on her birthday yesterday. Tracy Bruce and Beth Meikle, and also Roberta Flack. We have played this to them, Princess Black. Can we have Eddie Fitzroy?
Precious woman, Princess Black. She always say, yo, she tougher than a rock. She don't like to stay at home, living on dependency. She says she have to struggle out there, yo, just like a man. You see, she's a precious woman, Princess Black. She always say, yo, she tougher than a rock. Anything that is progressive, she always in the back. She works from 8 to 4 to keep her youth them alive. She's a precious woman, Princess Black. She always say, yo, she tougher than a rock.
Yes, we get back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to your first year program, sir.
Welcome, man, welcome.
Yes, Brother Jerry, here you speak out about the Maroon situation.
Yeah, man.
It's so bad that a man like you will know history in a high level. And to knowing that the Prime Minister is a disgrace in the country. To knowing the Prime Minister he was just a young boy. That knowing the history of the Maroon and knowing the history of the African, that is a disgrace to the human race of African. To knowing that he behaved in this manner. And to disgrace even the one people and even the colonel who was before, Mr. Curry. Him disgrace the whole community and do some things where it's unbelievable to know and sell out the Maroon history and sell out the Maroon land, and we not getting any true rights of it right now.
So you are from where?
I am a Maroon, sir, but I live in Kingston for years. But you follow your history still.
Yeah.
Just don't give it up.
Yeah. Now, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, he was not elected as Prime Minister by the people of Jamaica. You know that?
Yes, I agree with you.
You never know. The Prime Minister is not elected by the people. The Prime Minister is elected by the members of Parliament from his party. They pick
yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. And then when them elect and say which one of them want to be Prime Minister, that one, the Governor General working for the Queen call that one. Okay. It's not the people of Jamaica elect Holness, you know. It's the only election Holness when he's winning seat in a Waterhouse. He's not get elected as no Prime Minister. The selection of Prime Minister have nothing to do with the people of Jamaica. The Queen, all of that is the Queen organization.
Yes, I agree, because in the policy of my young boy, the Queen used to teach us the history of the Maroon history. Because they are the one who have the all information more than even the own as African. of Jamaica, really.
Did you grow up in where? Which one in Maroon community?
A compound town, just down in St. Elizabeth, in the cockpit here.
All right, you grew up in a compound?
Yeah, man.
And which school you went to?
The same school in the community.
The same school up at Parade Ground?
Right.
All
so
right.
we grew up there, and I was even athlete. And when we leave school, we don't get no other career leave. Like say any sports develop move to the community. When we was in County Cup cricket, we only the last one who win the trophy for your compound, and no more trophy don't come there from our days. I am 60, almost 64 now, and it's a disgrace to know, and even the colonel have even a parade that way. You see one fencing the way they put there where from the school bill.
Yeah.
Nobody, no colonel pay attention to that right now.
Where's the cemetery?
No, not the cemetery. The parade school where they playground and other activity in sports.
Yeah.
And they have a college side here where right now they are fence them up a fence up because they don't have a ministry of education give those money to fence it up because you have a gap behind that.
Yeah.
Well, from your boy until now, and I know it's still there.
That means that danger to the children dropping over there.
Yeah, so what they do now, they make a fencing before it now to avoid children to get any damage because it was dangerous.
Yeah.
And many years, not many years, I use the wrong word, but many months and weeks or even years we're being seen what is happening. And nobody different from this colonel. Colonel Curry is the most intelligent one. I would use it in a more intelligent one and defend the right of the Maroon.
By the way, before I forget, I want to ask you. You know the school where you know the church where the cemetery is, the big cemetery for the town.
Yeah, man. That is what the church name.
A United Church or Presbyterian?
Presbyterian, that's right. The Presbyterian. It's an old Presbyterian. There was the one to accommodate the school to transfer from there to Upper Parade because because of a proper school.
Yeah, because that church started the school and it's the first school building still down there. And as I say, transfer up to Parade where them build it into like a government primary school.
Well,
but before the government send the primary school not to make you know what's going on, but to teach the children the British point. Hold on, little please, sir. To teach the children the British point of view. Now, before the church before the school build up a Parade, as I say, the church down by the cemetery they did have a little small school. But there's a sign outside the church telling what the church was sent there for. You ever read that sign?
I don't remember quite now, but I remember that sign was there. I don't remember everything now.
The sign explained to you that church is probably the oldest building in a compound.
Hold
on, please, sir. And the church was sent there by the people of England, by the government of England, to change all Maroon name from African name to English name. That is what them send the church right now. Not to preach no righteousness, but to pick all of the people join and when them baptize them name change from African name to English name. That is on the sign there now.
I think you're right.
No, you go there and you look on the sign, and if you have a camera or if you have a telephone, you take a picture of that to show what is the real reason why them send the church there. To change up the people's name that them can no longer think of themselves as African because all of them have English name.
Yeah, because that's true. Because researching to do the real research, we're not getting the opportunity as much as we should.
Yeah, you have to take it though. You're not going to get it from them, You have to take the opportunity and you have to take the initiative and take the steps.
Thank you for your information, sir.
Yes, and the trickery what them trying to carry out on Curry.
Yes.
You must not allow it. They tricked your forefathers before once, the British.
Exactly.
That is their expertise is trickery and deception. And they have trained wholeness in the same thing.
Yes, because he followed Babsy because Babsy and Ferran, who was a more close relation as when he was a colonel. And his people, because of the behavior as him and fear and justify, the people have to rebel against him for many years before he decided to run election. So when we were talking earlier, some money dropped from there. It's politics money.
Then tell me something, which Sharon that you're talking about?
Ferran Williams.
Oh, Ferran, oh yes, Ferran Williams, yes. Ferran Williams, the Labour Right Colonel.
Yes, sir. Very good. I like how you put it. Labour Right Colonel.
That's what it is.
It's true.
Yes, some of them used to be PNP Colonel too.
Well, yes, I wouldn't say we have a party, everybody have a decision.
Yes, but that is not a sin, but it only show you where them true loyalty is. Not with the Maroon, not with the Maroon, not with the African, but to the Labour Party and with the PNP. That's where them true their loyalty.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
And I'm hoping that Corey is not tied up or loyal or sentimental over one of the party too. Because some people start push out rumors say him really aligned with the PNP.
It's not true. I wouldn't agree with that. But if the man have a decision to make that if he want to be on the PNP side, nothing wrong about that. His decision is not is a public thing. That
yes, but no colonel or no chief who align with PNP or JLP can do the proper duty to the Maroon. None who align with any of them.
I totally agree with you with that.
Can't do no.
If the man have a choice to know, he would make it be a public to know that if he's the one. It's not really true, but you know you're a person of a brand new because he stand up for the truth and the reality of the Maroon.
Yes.
If it's 200 years, why should he, as a younger colonel now, who come and know the history and research it for many years at school and knowing what is happening and now defending the truth of us? Why should he defend in a certain degree at all? In the behavior how Mr. Prime Minister always do. I'm surprised to know that and he arrogant.
No, hold on. You're surprised to know what about wellness?
I said this up the attitude of him to behave in the history. Because if he studied the Maroon history, he would know that even the Prime Minister, even Mr. Siaga, he will remember years ago he will write for Maroons they will attack. And when they go to England and write him didn't touch again.
Yes, so but Siaga is a two-faced. Siaga is a two-faced person, two-faced.
Yes.
So you hold on, please. So Siaga will give you a good name one way, but at the same time he will undermine you differently. No, hold on. So what happened is that Wholeness feel jealous of Corey because Corey younger than him and show the same kind of ability that people used to say Wholeness have, although him not really have it. So Corey show a better example to the people than him, and he is hoping that him can undermine Corey. And through Corey stand up and tell the thief in police to back off and stop thief the Maroon ganja. All them things they make all Harris Chang talk all about disgraceful face to talk and make Wholeness jealous of Corey image. But Corey will be wrong now if him don't align himself with the rest of the African. Him going to be in danger of going to align himself with PNP or JLP.
It's all about them. So I appreciate your counseling, your statement, and I will call again.
Yes, sir. And thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you too.
Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome. Oh, you were talking to me before the break that you are ex-district constable.
Yeah, that said it's a special constable.
Special constable. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spent 40 years in the work, and I got a stroke, and I go by the bench and sit down.
Yes.
And ACP Clark came out there.
Assistant Commissioner of Police?
Yes. Yeah. He is now in charge of the Mobile Reserve Section.
Yeah.
He is now in charge of the Mobile Reserve Section that was there before.
Yeah.
Mobile Reserve, we move them and them said, I don't remember which station them, which place them said. But anyhow, what really happened, after he came I said, we must remove.
No, when he came, hold on, sir, hold on, please. When he came, did he inquire who you are?
No, he did not inquire.
All right, just tell me no. Hold on, please, sir. Hello, sir, please. Please do not give any long answer. If I ask you that, just say no, because it's going to take too long if you get a long answer. Now, hold on, sir. Hold on, please, sir. Did he greet you?
No.
All right, he just came up and said to you what?
So we're not supposed to be there.
All right, what did you reply to him?
It wasn't I who replied, it was the soldier replied and told him that he used to be there all the while. And he just went inside. He left us there and drove inside.
Oh, he
went inside.
Oh, he drove up to you. He drove up to you and was talking to you from him car.
Yes. So after he go inside, I left. And while I left, I went around on the road to check something. And when I came back, the soldier said to me, the man said he's going to lick down the chairs. So I say him can't lick down the chair, them a corporation, put them there, you know, from when them there, from 1960, 61, 62. When you lick them down, it was put there for the children and the people who really come at the two schools. And those
which two? Hold on, sir. Hold on, please, sir.
And the people.
Please hold on. Which two schools you're talking about? Which children go to school?
The two schools by the mobile reserve there.
You mean Clancarty?
Yes, Clancarty.
Clancarty and the Jesse Repole?
Yes, sir.
So the seats are outside on the sidewalk?
Yes, they are on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk of Marion Road?
Yes, sir.
And he's telling you to get up off of those seats?
Yes, sir.
And he left a message with the soldier that them going to destroy the seats?
Yes, sir.
What are you saying? And what happened after?
Him destroy two of the seats. I was going to destroy the other one over the other side. But the lady that owned that side of the place tell him that him can't destroy it because it's his place.
A lady own which side? A bar?
The other side over to where the bar is, over the other side before Camp Carty.
Beside Vineyard Road, at the end of Vineyard Road?
Yes, sir.
All right, when did he destroy these seats?
On the 8th. I would have to go. I have to go and look on the report again because I wrote the report. I had the report.
No, hold on a minute, please. Hold on a minute. How you know what date them destroy the seat? You were there?
When I came back.
Could you just hold on. Could you just tell me yes or no if you were there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You were there when them destroyed them?
I was not there.
Yes or no? Please. The long answer make things take too long. Were you there when the seats were being destroyed?
No, sir. The soldier was there.
But somebody who was there?
The soldier was there.
Okay, how you know that is the assistant commissioner of police that gave the order for it to be destroyed?
Him sent two police. The two police came and said that, sir.
And is the two police destroyed the seat?
Yes, they came with a tractor.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And this is on the sidewalk of the street?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, no? So you have a reason to visit there all the time?
Yes, I go there and sit down generally.
No, hold on. When you come there, you just sit outside or you go inside Armand Barracks?
No, I sit outside on the sidewalk here. That's where we sit.
Do you live in that area?
Yes, I'm living on Vineyard Road right now.
Oh. So you really do know about the area? So that thing was done as a kind of spite?
Yes, sir. I assume that's what he did, sir.
Now, and you said that this person is in charge of the mobile reserve?
Yes, sir.
And you know him, the identity, you know him when you see him?
I can identify him.
No, hold on. When I ask you something, why you just tell me yes or no? You know him and can identify him, say his name, sir?
No, sir, because him lock up him car.
All right, then if you don't know him and you can identify that him name, so how are you telling me and naming the man and says him do it?
Because him tell in the car him tell we so he sent a message.
Hold on. You say you can't identify him because him lock up in the car, right?
Yeah.
Then how you know that is him do all of these things?
Him sent a message with the constable. He's in charge of the place. And he sent a message and sent the corporal and the other man. And tell them must come and hit down the thing.
And those people brought that message to you?
Yes, they brought the message.
No, hold on. You tell too much of a long answer is not good. And many times when you get too much of a long answer, it indicates something else. You were there when they came?
I said
no. Yes or no? When the corporal and the other man
no,
come,
I was not there when they made it down.
Then how can you be testifying says ACP Clark sent that message?
Because alright, let me tell you why I know it's him send the message. He sent on top of that he sent a letter to both of us telling me that we must not sit there.
And you have the letter? You have the letter?
I do have the letter. All right, so that's why I want to explain to you.
No, stop. He sent a letter to you?
Yes.
And what you did with... Hold on. What you did with the letter? Are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
I ask you what you did with the letter.
He sent back...
Not he. I don't want to hear anything about he. Don't want to hear anything about he. I'm asking you what you did with the letter.
I did not get the letter. The letter was given to the soldier.
And hold on. What the soldier did with the letter?
He called me.
And I never asked if him calling us. So I said, what did the soldier do with the letter?
He had to return the letter to the police.
Why?
Because them come out there with 3 guns and tell them, say, ACP Clark said they must refund back the letter.
All right, tell me something now.
Yeah.
So you never read the letter and see the letter then?
I never get to see the letter.
Yes or no?
No.
So you have been misleading us then?
I'm not misleading you, sir.
Yes, you're misleading us and you're winding us up in something that you cannot witness. Because you never even see the letter. I don't say you're lying, but you mislead us. And I know things like that can happen and I am very disturbed about it, but I'm not going to follow misleading. That's why I ask you all these questions. And that is why, if it is true, that is one reason why them grab back the letter. Because frequently people are doing evil. They try to cover their tracks. I don't doubt you. But at the same time, I can't move forward from what you say. Because frequently, as I say, them send back for the evidence.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to talk to you next time here, sir.
Okay, sir.
But you have helped us a lot by telling us your side of the story.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You have any more calls? Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome. Good afternoon. Ready? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, man. How you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, man. Just calling in briefly to record today's date in Black History.
Yeah.
It won't be on tomorrow, and tomorrow will be the February the 11th.
Yeah.
So, to coincide, although you always say it's not important, but it's significant, on the 11th of February, Nelson Mandela, the leader of movement for democracy in South Africa, was released from prison after 27 years in 1990.
Yes.
Yes, so that happened on tomorrow's date, which is February the 11th.
Yes. That's true.
Yes, sir. That's my small contribution for today, Mr.
Well, thank you very much, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Yes, no more? Okay. Yes, I just remembered, as I mentioned, tomorrow's date and I won't be here. Also, I think on Sunday, Bonnie Cooper, one of our good brethren and callers over in the Riversdale area, is his birthday. And I want to play something for him. We're going to play a piece of Lou Rawls music for him. But I think we're going to play some other music before. But Bonnie Cooper going to play a Lou Rawls music for you. But we're going to take some call and play a couple of music before that. Good afternoon and welcome. Afternoon.
Hello?
Are you there? Good afternoon, welcome.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Just one quick thing, that's all. I just came from downtown about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yes, sir.
And my amazement, you have policemen and accelerate, Jerry. You have police.
No, you're talking too fast. You have policeman what?
You have policemen from Hero Circle them sell the crab or the can. But every road goes straight down past me and go down to near.
Hold on, policemen along the Hero Circle Road?
Yes.
Doing what? Doing what?
Guarding every corner of the road.
Why?
Well, Jerry, when I got to Central, I make the U-turn and come back up to Fletcher's and we have to turn in Fletcher's land to divert, like a U-shirt. Ask one policeman if Jesus Christ over there and God come and say a parliament.
Oh, Parliament, yeah. I think today, hold on please, I think today is the opening of Parliament for this year.
Right, Jerry, but my question is now, and the Jamaican people, Jerry, I notice a policemen has a complaint that there are men shot to guard the Jamaican citizens. And Jerry, I never know that there's so much policemen in Jamaica. I can't. So I want to know, well, I don't have to ask you. Obviously, we know who's important from who is not.
I'm on the air now. Please call the station. Please call the station. Yes, what you're saying, come again, please, sir.
Jerry?
Yeah.
I never know that there's so much policemen in Jamaica, considering that they are talking about they don't have enough manpower. So I won't ask the question. I know who's important from who's not.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, that is my point. I'm just saying, obviously, the politicians' lives are more important than us. So we really have to really organize and sort out our own security.
Yes,
anyway,
yes, that is very true. So organize means that you're going to get together and deal with the different needs in different compartments, and each compartment has served the whole. That's what organize means. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Next call. Good afternoon. Welcome. Next caller still there? Good afternoon. Not there? All right. We're going to play that piece of music. Well, we're going to play the next piece of music. What is it again? No, I'll play that one later. I want to play Peaceful Woman. I want to play this one for Nzinga and all the other violated women. Regardless of what Nzinga's situation is, regardless of whether we don't hear the whole story, we have play this year one for Nzinga and all of the Rastafari women, all of the women them, all of the African women, all of the human, all of the female them in the world. Peaceful Woman. Let's hear Master Griffiths.
Tell me why do they always try to put me down? They slander my name all over the place. What a big disgrace. It's a crying shame again and again all over the place. But I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Yes, I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Tell me why can't a woman be what she wants to be? Some of them I try, some Some of them have tried to take my place, but I wonder why they bother to try when they're all too late. 'Cause I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Yes, I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Oh, no. Don't tell me why do they always try to put me down? They slander my name all over the place. What a big disgrace. They should be ashamed again and again all over the place. I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Yeah, I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. When I get mad, I really get mad, so I don't like to get mad. It's a crying shame again and again. They make me feel bad. Yes, I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. I'm a peaceful woman, and I don't believe in doing wrong.
Yes, you hear what Master Griffith say? Them scandal our name all over the place. Singing on behalf of Ensinger. Scandal our name all over the place, and she don't want to get mad, because when she get mad, she really get mad. You understand me? That's Master Griffith, and I tell you, Ensinger, regardless of what happened, and regardless of what is the truth and what is not the truth, the government is manipulating, and the DPP is rolling a wicket and spreading a story out there and establishing an image. That is not what any justice officer supposed to be doing. She is not a judge, she is not a court. And you can't tell me nothing, because we Africans know, say, we feel the pangs out, and you work for the Queen and the British and the JLP and the PNP, and I work for we the people. Can't fool we. DPP for the Queen, not for the people of Jamaica. Yes, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. As I was telling you, on this day, the pictures this day in our past, the picture of Michael Manley being greeted very warmly by the wife of Florzel Glasspool at King's House the day after him lead PNP to a win on the 9th of February 1989. Now the PNP was voted out in a landslide 1980, and Labour Right Siaga go in there and hold the government for little over 8 years. And then the PNP contest the election with Siaga called on the 9th of February 1989. And as I tell you, from long time, Glasspool was one of the reactionaries in the PNP who inside work against the popular movement. Glasspool in there acting as a leader of the PNP, but working against the popular movement. And it's him and some others of them organized, on the encouragement of the British and the American government, organized to dash out the communists them out of the PNP, the 4Hs. Because Britain and America advised them, so if you dash out the communists them out of the PNP, we will allow you to win the next election and allow it to be the government. So Glasspool is one of the main organizers of that. And him convinced Manley wasn't so much in it, Norman Manley, from the evidence that I've heard. Norman Manley wasn't so much in that, but him convinced Norman Manley to allow the expulsion of the 4Hs. Well, 10 years later now, 20 years later, when the PNP win back our next election, 20 years later, 1972, and the PNP have come back allowing socialism to build back in the PNP after them run out the communists. Glasspool and some of the old man, them and a few young man like Pattison. Pattison was in that clique too. The clique of conservative who decide to block the socialism, move them. Pattison was in that clique. But Glasspool now was a veteran. And Michael Manley, in order for the PNP go through with them socialist program, him have to get out people like, he couldn't get out people like PJ, him have to get out people like Glasspool. Now, we not defend Michael Manley now, because Michael Manley is the same one who engineer, who authorized the murder and the slaughter of the man in Green Bay, and do many other things like that too, Michael Manley. So I not follow him or support him. Only I tell you, say, he did have to get out Glasspool. I know him have to get out Glasspool. Him offer him to be Governor General. You know, say through them guy that love a whole prestige and big status. When Michael Manley offer to turn him Governor General, he was glad so that way Michael Manley get him out of the parliament. You know. Because him a block the PNP socialist development. And him probably a carry information to Babylon too. So them get out Glasspool and put him in a King's House as Governor General. So 9 years later, not even 9 years, 8.5 years later, here's Michael Manley go win back election, gone to King's House now to get authorized as Prime Minister. Glasspool have to authorize him as Prime Minister. Them not feel good. I want you to look on the picture. Look on the picture to the Gleaner. Today's Gleaner, this day in our past. What is the name of the page? There are sections of the Gleaner. Section B6. Section B6, there's a picture of Michael Manley being greeted very warmly by Glasspool's wife. And Glasspool they're not looking too happy at all. Matter of fact, Glasspool let's start support the Labour Party. Start support the Labour Party. And just like how Clifford Campbell as a Labour right Governor General, fall out to the Labour right, the man was supporting the PNP and congratulate them when them win 72. It's a turnaround when Glasspool left PNP and start support Labour right. I'm sad when PNP win back 1989. And Glasspool did stay in King's House and campaign against the PNP in a East Kingston. Him did have that seat there for years and it was a PNP stronghold under Glasspool. And through that now Glasspool sent out message to some of them loyal supporters in East Kingston to say move against the PNP and stop them from win this seat. And them did lose it. Alright, we're going to go back to the next piece of music and play this one now for Bonnie. For Bonnie Cooper, birthday tomorrow. No, Saturday. Bonnie Cooper birthday Sunday. Bonnie Cooper birthday I think is Sunday the 13th. Yes, Sunday the 13th. Bonnie Cooper birthday. We'll play this piece of music for him. What's the matter with the world? Nothing wrong with it. It's only the people in it by Lou Rawls. Let's hear this for Bonnie Cooper.
What's the matter with the world? Has the world gone mad? Nothing's wrong with the world. It's the people that's in it. You can depend on the sun. It rises every day. But you can't rely on the things people say. Rain falls from the sky to give water so life won't die. Everything's in harmony except you and me. I want to know what's the matter with the world. Has the world gone mad? No, ain't nothing wrong with the world. It's the people that's in it. Little babies are born, they're so eager to learn. They only follow the things you say and do. Attitudes have to change. The way we think must be rearranged. tell you, nothing's wrong with the world. It's just the people that's in it. In it, in it, in it. You and me, we're in it. In it, in it, in it. You and me, we're in it. In it, in it, in it. You and me, we're in it. What's the matter with the world? What's the matter with the world? What's the matter with the world? As the world gone mad? I tell you, nothing's wrong with the world. It's just the people that's in it. In it, in it, in it. You and me, we're in it. In it, in it, in it. Every day we're in it. Every day of our life we're in it. I say we're in it. Every day we walking around we're in it. Every day when we're talking around it, we're living our life every day we're living in it. We're walking down the street, I tell you we're in it. When you meet someone you're in it. No need to doubt it, tell you're in it. And you can do something about it. Every day we all in If we're gonna change it, we got to do it now. We can't wait no longer. We can't.
Yes, the sound of the great Lou Rawls, great voice, great character, Lou Rawls. And we play that one today for Bonnie Cooper. Looking forward for your birthday on the weekend. I think it's Saturday, the 13th is his birthday. Bonnie Cooper, Rastaman in a Riversdale area. Now, the numbers again, 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. We have my lady supposed to get a call. Yeah. All right, hear this now. As Lou Rawls asked, what is wrong with the world? Nothing the matter with the world. It's the people in it. People in it. And some of the people in it. And for instance, this. We all, even Jamaica, always ridicule Barbados as a colony of black people colonized and exploited. So it's a typical imitation English people. Barbados are so British and so correct in them certain attitude, and greatest cricket player them is like little Englishman. And yet Barbados lead the way in many ways. Not one way alone, no. Not just by overthrowing the Queen. Look what Barbados do and pull down them statue there. Pull down them statue. And you think the wholeness or the PNP are going to advocate to none of them colonial statue put down in Jamaica. Let's get to the telephone. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome.
Hi, Jerry. Good afternoon.
How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good.
Mary, yeah.
I hope today, when you use to take over your program and nobody now learn.
Why bring up that? Why bring up that? Nobody bring up that, man. Make Coombs go. Make Coombs go in front. Left that, please. Please don't know why you hear about that.
I already did. I want to talk about Claude McKay, one of our great poets, and maybe I could say linguistic, scholar, right? And I want to talk about the poem "If We Must Die." Hello?
Hearing you.
Yes, that poem "If We Must Die," Jerry. He did that, because he faced racism and even colorism here in Jamaica, because he was born in a place called Sunnyvale in Clarendon, and
what the place name?
Sunnyvale in Clarendon.
Yeah.
Yes, and after he left the country and he came to live in Kingston, as a young fellow, he was faced with racism, you know, and, you know, you wouldn't believe it. But I remember reading that back in the days, even they said the hotel that used to be downtown, Myrtle Bank, I remember one time reading something that a black person, I don't know if it's more than one, they went into the pool. And after the person came out of the pool, the management drained the pool.
No, the public not understanding what you're saying. Explain what you're saying.
When I said drain the pool, the water, because no pool is a pool, you know.
What pool? What pool you talking about?
A pool at the hotel that the visitors would, you know, would swim in.
Yes,
you
if
know,
you don't talk, that people don't know what pool you're talking. The swimming pool at the hotel, Myrtle Bank, right?
Yes.
Downtown, that was a very luxurious hotel downtown on the waterfront. At that time, the waterfront was clean and there was fine white sand down there. White sand. Did you ever see it?
No, I've never seen it.
Yes, because by the time you go look down there now, it's pure dirt, and you couldn't believe that no hotel was down there with white sand.
Okay.
So anyway, it's a black people. Africans wasn't accepted at that hotel.
Okay.
Isn't that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I said.
And you said somebody went down there?
Yeah, somebody used the pool during that era.
What do you mean use the pool? What do you mean use the pool?
Somebody went into the pool, Jerry. Somebody maybe want to take a swim and go in.
Not maybe. Somebody went into the swimming pool against the rules of the hotel that no black people must go in there.
Yes, and after the person did, the pool, I'm not going to say drain them let out all of the water out of the pool.
Yeah, all of the black water. to disgrace, to insult the entire population of Jamaica. They drain out the water and publicize it, make it become well known. Say, a nigger came into the pool and we drain out all the water. We're not going to allow any white person to go into any water after a nigger has swum in it.
Yes. So, you know, all within that scope of things, you know, he migrated to the USA.
Who is he? Who is he?
Claude McKay. We're talking about Claude McKay here, a Jamaican poet, and you know that a Jamaican that left that faced racism here. Then he went abroad to seek his.
So why did you bring in the pool with the Claude McKay?
No, because we're talking it's Black History Month, and you know I wanted to emphasize that you know it's not only abroad that racism you know reared its head. It happened.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
It was nearly 20, it was more than 10 years, nearly 20 years after Claude McKay left Jamaica that this person went into the pool and that happened. So all 20 years later after him gone, that still happened. Do you know who is that person? Do you know who is that person who went in there?
No, Terry, I don't know.
I believe it's Evan Blake, another great Jamaican black writer.
Okay, I'll research that. Evron, E-V-R-O-N?
E-V-O-N. Is the father of Barbara Blake, another well-known Jamaican journalist.
Okay. So I'll research him.
And he was a policeman before he was a journalist.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he was a spy, government spy, used to spy on Marcus Garvey organization.
Oh.
But later on him changed his mind and start advocate for the black people. Okay.
Well, anyway, the poem that I'm talking about that Claude McKay wrote and Winston Churchill, you know, a former a late prime minister of Britain that, you know, people laud because they say in World War II, Jerry, that, you know, he was one of the people that they laud of, you know, like in help save England, you know, because from Germany taking over England. But anyway, the poem is, Jerry, this is what a few lines from the poem. If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our cursed lot. And the cursed, Jerry, was because them say black people, like the skin that we are in, like it's cursed. That's how I interpret that part. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us through, though dead. O kingsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave, like men will face the murders, cordly pack, pressed to the wall, dying but fighting back. And Winston Churchill took that poem and used it and acted like it was plagiarized. I can't say plagiarize, Jerry, because you say I'm not to use certain words. And thief the poem.
Then if you use the word plagiarize, how you expect people to understand what you're saying?
All right, me just use thief. Me just say thief. Thief the poem, Jerry.
No, explain what plagiarize means.
Plagiarize is that when you take somebody's artistic work, whether it be writing, any kind of artistic thing that somebody comes up with. I'm using writing because I know that usually, that's one of the ways how plagiarize is used. Plagiarize the man work.
No, you never finish explain. You never finish explain what plagiarizing is.
Jerry, please do, because please do. So the people listening, the youth them can learn.
You can do it, but you're jumping from place to place. You never remember that you didn't finish explaining it. It's a plagiarizing is using somebody's artistic product, mostly writing and do what?
And they take it and use it and act as if they are the ones who wrote those words.
Yes, people take people's artistic work and claim it and act as if they said it. Yes. Mandela did that also with a young lady,
They say Martin Luther King.
Mandela, one thing at a time, please. Mandela did that to the young lady's writing,
Okay.
And one of his worshippers, Oprah Winfrey, was brave enough to tell him, say, Mandela, I practically worship you, but you are wrong to be making people think that is you that write those words.
Okay. Whose works did he plagiarize, Jerry?
It's a young white woman, I don't remember her name, but she wrote a thing saying, it is no use or no good for you to small up yourself and allow other people to make other people feel good. It is no use smalling up yourself and diminishing yourself to make other people feel good, because you are much greater than what you are, and what you're really afraid of is that you are so great that you will have to work hard, because when you're great you work hard. So most time people are small up themselves is in order not to do the hard work that them need to do with the great talent to them have.
Yes.
And Mandela used to repeat that quotation till people start thinking it was him write it.
Yes.
What is about Martin Luther King?
I heard somebody at one time was saying that Martin Luther King Jr., the one in that he plagiarized. They say that he plagiarized a speech. You know that famous speech, the mountaintop speech.
Plagiarize it from who?
I can't remember. I can't recall, Jerry. But people, black people, Jerry, we're gonna defend everything. People are saying that, it's a lie. He didn't do it.
Hold on. You say I know black people that them defend everything. What do you mean by that?
Yes, like Jerry, black people, even me, when somebody that we adore, that we idolize, when we hear negative things about them, we tend to, back into circle the wagons. Circle the wagons, Jerry, is that you defend the person, because you defend the person to the last, because of the cult of personality. Where
idolatry. And you know black people to stay that way.
Hello?
You know black people to stay that way.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Jerry, we do. No,
I don't know black people to be particular that way more than any other people.
Well, I'm not. All right. You know what? Let me talk about the black people. People, right? It's like oh God, what am I to say? It's like when you like somebody, Jerry, when you love and you adore them, no matter what wrongs them do, you will always find a way to excuse it. That sound better?
In other words, people, not black people, but human beings, on a whole, for the most part, love hero worship.
Yeah, hero worship. Jerry, can I say this? Jerry, I'm not brighter than nobody else, Jerry. But
then why are you smalling up yourself? It is no use smalling up yourself to make other people feel good.
Jerry, you asking me to do that because when we say certain things, Jerry, say, like me not to say that, Jerry, like certain words.
I didn't tell you not to say anything. I am saying I don't know of black people hero worshiping more than any other people, particularly.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I'll take that, Jerry. But Jerry, sometimes I want to use certain terms and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, and sometimes Jerry may have to fight for fine, like a little word for say and all of that.
But that is what the quotation mean. Oh, hear this, ma'am. Hear this, ma'am. That's what the quotation mean. Hear what it say again.
Yes.
There's no good in smalling up yourself to make somebody else feel good. One of the reasons why you small up yourself is because you know that if you are really so great like what you know you are, you're going to have to do a lot of work. And to avoid the work, we just small up yourself that you don't have to take on the whole of our work. So it's the same thing what you doing there now. You can't bother take on the whole of our work, quite too difficult for God. Because you say it is, you have to be so careful now you're talking and I like it, you prefer not talk because you have to be too careful. It's part of the work.
Anyway, the poem, If We Must Die, you know, it's a poem about resistance to racism and colorism, you know. So what Claude is saying is that, you know, as a race, as a people, if you are dead, you know, don't make it be like when them a hunt pig, when them a hunt hog. You understand me? And you know, and pen you in and whatever. When them round you up with even the dogs, because you remember he went to New York and he went to the South first because he went to Tuskegee University. But then he left and, you know, he got enrolled in another school. I don't know because, you know, the racism was so blatant down in the South of America because they didn't recognize black people. You know, it's like we were like go back to slavery, we were chattel. They dehumanized us. As a matter of fact, a law was passed that we're not a whole person. We are 3/5 of a person. Remember, if you're not having...
No, that is not what the law say. The law passed that say we must be compensated not the whole amount like the other people. We must get 3/5 of what they get.
Okay, that's what the interpretation is.
Not the interpretation. The summary of it has been we are regarded as being 3/5 of a man. But the story is that they wanted to allocate or acknowledge only 3/5 compensation of anything that the white people get.
Okay. So, you know, this poem, you know, is such, you know, if people read it and you analyze it, you know, it sums up what Claude is saying, which is what you are saying to Jerry, that we must fight even when you're backed against the wall, you know, and you die, but you're supposed to fight back. You know, because these people that, you know, they are a cowardly pack, and you know their strength are in numbers when you know, when they attack you. But you know, don't give in. You know, fight. That's what so I really love this poem, Jerry, from that Claude McKay wrote, and you don't hear a lot. We, you know, as a nation, Jamaica, we don't hear a lot. We hear about the music, people celebrate dance all and all of that. But like the art of even writing, yeah, they celebrate Miss Lou. But like, you know, we have others before Miss Lou, and you know, she was not the only literary person. We have other poets, and we don't hear a lot about them. You know, people, we just tend to celebrate just one part of our culture, of our rich culture.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Claude McKay is one. Another hero too is Mary Seacole. You know, Jerry, Mary Seacole was just she did a lot during a war they call the Crimean War.
All right, make us go in our next week and get our full justice.
Yes. All right. So as I'm going to start discuss Jamaican people that have gone out into the world and has made Jamaica proud. It's not only athletics and dancing that we have excelled in.
All right, thank you very much. And what happened is that Claude McKay went at a time to America at a time when the World War finished, and the African soldiers who went and rescued America in the World War and come back home were being mistreated, and some of them were even being lynched and killed. And there start some riots in 1919, and when them a try pen me up like dog, coming back from the war and rescue them and they try pen me up like dog, Claude McKay write that poem to encourage black people in America, said, don't die like no dog, we gonna fight back. We're going to die fighting. Thank you very much here, Mary.
All right, Jerry.
Monday week, Jah willing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Well, the next call is this. Good afternoon and welcome.
Greetings, Jerry.
Welcome.
And greetings to your valuable callers. Thank you. I just wanted to call in today. I haven't called in a while. I wanted to call in today because you have a very, I would say, impressive list of people celebrating birthdays today. And I wanted to add a very, very big, special, very, very, very happy Earth Day to my brother.
Oh, yeah?
Rash Andrew Priest. He's a Rastafarian artist, but he lives in the Cayman Islands. And he is celebrating his birthday today, and I just want to big him up. He's very, very special to me. And
I think Andrew Priest. This is your brother in spirit or in flesh?
In flesh.
Oh yeah.
In flesh. Yeah, he's the title is not Ras Andrew Priest. I just put the Ras on it because he's a Rastafarian.
Yeah, man. Ras is a good title. That.
yeah. So
he has
songs like Should I Glory Hallelujah, Give Praise to Jah and stuff like that.
Yeah, he has recorded this.
Sorry?
He has recorded this.
Yes, he has recordings, and I think he has a promoter right now, so we'll be hearing more from him. And he has a couple of his stuff on.
What is the name of it? Why should I?
No, Should I? One of them is Should I, and then he has Praise Jah.
That's the same one or a different one?
Give praise to Jah. Give praise to Jah.
Oh yeah.
Should I? Ain't giving up.
Yeah.
Glory Hallelujah. Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah. So I just wanted to say a very special Earth Day to him today.
Yeah, maybe we can play something for him.
Yes, that would be nice. That would be very nice, and I hope he's listening. Probably on the road.
After Ain't Giving Up, you named another one.
Ain't Giving Up, Unstoppable. One is Unstoppable, and another one is Glory Hallelujah. The most recent one is Glory Hallelujah, which is kind of to.
That's a good amount of music. You can make us get copy of that music.
Absolutely. Oh yes, for sure. Yeah, I'd love to.
What he has it on? He has it on CD or what?
Yes, he has some on CDs because I'm not sure which ones I have, but I do have some.
It would be great if you could get all that music and any other music you want to select on a jump drive.
Okay. What format would you prefer it in?
That's what I say, a thumb drive, jump drive, thumb drive.
A thumb drive. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, the other thing is I know it's the end of your program, and I just want to use this opportunity to bring some hope to the Jamaican people. I want to bring hope in particular to Nzinga and her family, specifically, the Rastafarian community after that, and then the entire nation of Jamaica, because we're all in this together.
Yes.
And I don't know if everybody felt the way I did. Not that it was a surprise per se, but my heart sank yesterday when I saw the news, when I first got it, and I saw a picture of her, and you could see the sadness and everything. I don't know if that's how it
almost the despondency.
Yes. You turn to some place that you think would offer you give you some justice and a settlement and give you back your dignity. And after such a disgraceful violation of her human rights, of her dignity, I can't imagine how that lady is feeling. I just cannot imagine it.
And her name,
sorry?
Her name has been dragged through the media for months now, not in a sometimes in an admiring way by the people discussing, but in a way of like you say, what is the name of the thing that the Spanish Inquisition, like an Inquisition, and finally now the final judgment or the judgment put out by the DPP is meant to disparage her, and then now even in the paper today they've been using kind of ridiculing ways to use her name, as I say.
But you know, I don't consider myself a student of the law. But when it says that there were no criminal charges against the police officer that was alleged to have done that, I said, well, I don't think that's a criminal case. So I am hopeful that her lawyers will take this as a civil matter, take this further as a civil matter, because there can be a lawsuit. If it is proven that this was done, it can be a lawsuit against that individual police officer, not against the country or against her profession, but against the individual, if it can be proven without a shadow of a doubt that it happened. So that's what they really need to be working on, in my opinion. I mean, that's my opinion as just a layperson from where I'm sitting, that could be done, because this is a violation of our human rights. You don't have the right to do that to another individual.
No, but what is curious is that there's been a lot of back and forth over the last 7 months, because this thing occurred from July. That means it's 7 months. Lot of back and forth. And especially with the last summing up of it that the DPP has orchestrated, all the fingers are pointing at the victim or the alleged victim, and there has been no clarification about whether this female policewoman did put her hand into the head of this inmate. Nothing like that. So it's an orchestration, and it is it's a whole puppet show being played out.
It is sad. And, you know, I just want to use that sad, though real example to point to people that we are not hopeless. There actually is hope for this country. And that's what I have been busy doing, because I have been getting as much information as I can about the United Independence Congress. That's a new movement in Jamaica, and for me, I see them as the only hope that's going to not just change the systemic politics that we have in our country, but respect the rights of every citizen, of every human being, make us back into the sovereign human beings that we're supposed to be. Because one of their outstanding values is individual liberty and personal responsibility. So while you enjoy freedom as a human being to live, to earn a living, to retire in dignity, you also have to take full responsibility for your course of action in whatever else you do, and you have a responsibility towards other people as well, in protecting, or not protecting per se, but not infringing on other people's rights. And that stands out to me as something that we need, because when you see somebody in a position of authority can do that to another human being that you're supposed to be protecting and making sure that person stays safe in your custody, you know, we see the need for that kind of change in our system. And so I have been really aligning with them and getting as much information as I can. And I've also even gone as far as putting up myself for nomination to be active, because I have a lot of family members. I have my cousin Maxie Priest. I have my brother Andrew Priest. I have 2 other brothers who are Rastafarians. I have very good friends who are Rastafarians, and I see this as an opportunity to hold up that banner for Rastafarians in this country. I admire them. I love what they do. I love their connection to nature. And I believe that to have a voice in the government, to set laws and rules that we can abide by, to say this is not acceptable and what are the consequences if this is done, especially to Rastafarians, because they've been coming from a long way and they've been really ostracized and ridiculed. And you know, that's another thing that I love about the UIC too, because it's all inclusive. As long as you uphold the principles, the values, the philosophy of the movement, no matter what color you are, no matter what status you have, you are welcome. The basic thing is that you uphold the values and the philosophy, which I says, put it in a nutshell, it's about free liberty to life, liberty to property, liberty to have your property and protect your property.
One thing before I go to another call. You say the UIC is the only hope. Yeah, when you say the only hope among which group?
That I know of.
No, hold on. No, listen to the question. The only hope among which group? Because if a group is the only hope, it must be from among what is available. So what is available now?
What is available now and what we have been accustomed to is the other two political parties that have formed government over the 77
Yeah, but those are the
JLP
two.
and the
Hold on,
PNP.
1 minute, please. Those are the two who have been successful under the British, but there have been others.
Yes.
There are others that are in that pool, like the UIC. You know of any of them?
There were two other parties, I understand, that had tried as a third party, the NDM or something, and the Marcus Garvey. But from my understanding, when they changed the registration rules in 2018 for new political parties, those parties were demolished because they couldn't stand up to the scrutiny.
I don't think they were demolished. Hold on. I don't think they were demolished. I think they were deregistered.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't. Hold on a minute, please. Because they couldn't demonstrate. They have not yet demonstrated the level of support that is required by a certain number of signatures and so on. And I really forgot. But just one more quick question. So you think that therefore after the UIC, this is the last opportunity because nothing else will be given a chance to rise up?
Well, we won't need anything else.
Okay.
It's what they have in their party platform.
All right, we'll talk about that next time. Thank you very much.
Yes, for sure. Take care. Okay,
right,
bye.
Yes. Next call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hi, Jerry. Good afternoon.
Welcome. Wagwan.
Oh, I'm going to try to call it. Well, this they can't get it.
Vivian, hey. You know, so we did play some music for you on your birthday, though. After. Or was it after?
I don't know. I don't hear it.
Yes, man, we did play some music, but I don't think you did hear it. Wagwan.
Anyway, me that try to call you yesterday to ask you if you have a hold of breath for a favorable ruling by the DPP. But I couldn't get you.
You want me to suffocate?
And then guess what happened? They mean say today she for ruling.
Yes.
But she make sure rule yesterday.
Yes.
So me try to call you yesterday to ask if you have a hold of breath for a favorable ruling. Right? And so said, so done.
Yes, man.
I tell us that, you know pretty.
And not only that, ruling, imagine, ruling. You hear the tone of the word, ruling.
Yeah.
So what she rule, exactly what they intend. They intend that whatever they rule will be the law. You know when people say they're going to lay down the law?
Yeah.
And only them can lay down the law?
Yeah, because
and a matter of fact, it was
can show you how she deal with kids and what she look through.
Yes. How good. She always give evidence of how good she is.
Yeah.
And then now, it is appalling the way how she deliberately painted a picture, propagandized by announcing that she is recommending psychiatric examination for Nzinga.
For the young lady, yeah. Boy, you remember the other day time was like about to be expired as DPP and Andrew. I think in 3 years extension him give her.
Yes.
Yeah, because she doing such a good job for him that we have to extend her time.
Yeah, they know why. Not true?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, I know the time is short, so you maybe can get another call before you come over here. So I'm here
for that input there.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Next call. Good afternoon. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello, Jerry.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
No toying today.
No, I don't have who to play with. It is Marie. It was Marie.
I don't know if she's listening. There's a message there for her to call. So make a link. Something I want to read with her.
Oh, you want to get into the game?
No, man.
Alright, driver, man. Don't watch me.
You're well established, you know.
No, don't watch me.
No, we don't watch you.
So what you want? You want bat one down?
No, man. We don't open bat. So it look like we're not
No, you wanna be. You mean you play the ball in that open bat?
No, man. We close the face, man.
All right.
Hey, yo. that lady who spoke just before me there.
Yeah.
She's a good plugger, man.
Yes, yes.
You put in a strong plug there.
Yes.
But mustn't discuss it as the only hope.
Well, I was testing that.
The hope present.
Eh?
The hope present now, and what I'm going to do is work to grasp it.
Yes.
All right? And a person like that, I'd like to be in contact with.
Yeah, but you can easily. But you kind of bring something to my mind when you say you grasp the hope. But on the other hand, it is sometimes said that when people feel like they are drowning, they will clutch at a straw. What does straw mean in this case?
No straw, man. But
no, you ignore my question. But go ahead still.
Sorry. Go on.
I said it is sometimes said that when people believe that there is no much hope left, they feel like a drowning person, and in that case, they will clutch at a straw.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's the straw that will pull them out of the
yes, because
the murky waters.
There's a lot of straw that break the camel back. So straw is good.
Yeah, but it might be just the top. You might have something more.
But I think yes. Anyway, we only have a few minutes left. I think you want to make a salient point.
They must stop discussing the thing in terms of a person.
Yes.
It's what the movement is offering, not the person.
Yeah.
Right? We into too much this word always escaped me.
Personality?
No, well, it go beyond that.
Charisma, you mean charisma?
Say again?
Charisma?
No, not that one. It's something to do with the biblical thing.
Oh yes, you mean a deliverer and a savior.
Yeah. Well, you get the point, but it's not the exact.
Yes, all right. But we do have a time now.
Right. So if we do that, when something up to one man, everything go pop.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a group. It's the organization.
Yeah, that is what the word organize mean. Like the body, like one body, there are several organs taking care of various functions and needs. All of them serve the body. All of them.
And be one.
Yes.
Although it's a bit what you call it? One loose loss of words this morning or this afternoon. But no matter how good your philosophy, your ideas and your plans are, remember, you have to finance it, be able to finance it.
Of course.
Yeah. So you can't start off and drop halfway down the trail.
Yeah, but you know that even in the internet, even in the world of the modern social media, people know, and this was a remarkable thing about Obama's campaign. His average contributor gave $200, not any huge amount. It was a people-based thing. So it doesn't depend on a billionaire or millionaire.
Yeah, they can use that as a template.
Yes.
Right? And make a shift. A Jamaican shift.
All right, here we do. Right? Call me early next week, which means Monday morning, 10 o'clock.
I need a number for you when you're not on here, though.
All right, stay on the line. Don't hang up. Stay on the line. All right, I think we have to close the call here. We have another.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, we're going to close the phone there. Thank you. Don't hang up. And we're going to play now the Sisters Chant, not only for Nzinga. All right, we get him. We're going to play not only for Nzinga, but all the sisters, them, including those who phone the program today. Sisters Chant, Judy Mott, may I tell you about her? We have that?
Let the
dig my song. Too much wagonist, too much antagonist. Wolves and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd. Yes, wolves and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd. Yeah, too much informers, too much steel bearers. Too much informers, too much steel bearers. Time to separate the sheep from the wolves. We're at the crossroads, and this is the time of decision. Too much informers, too much steel bearers. Too much informers, too much steel bearers, yeah.